Please make it stop. I'm gonna throw up.
Nobody knows. And we're live.
Oh no, we are live. Man, that's a long name. I had to move that all the way over there. Look at that.
Flight Sim Race 88.
Flight Sim 88. I got a kick over from pre-shows and over to live.
Flight Sim Race Sim. So it's not just a flight simulator. It's not just a race simulator. It's the Flight Sim Race Sim.
And it's not just that. It's 88
it's that Frontier racing minigame thingy.
What is that?
The one that we've talked about a couple of times.
Yes, that.
Not Frontier.
I did.
Elite Dangerous.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
Why Frontiers?
I don't know. Hey, beautiful people. What's going on? We're getting ready for another LinuxGameCast Weekly.
Right.
We just wrapped up the pre-super shows, and we had some things to talk about. We did. We even covered the American version of Red Dwarf. That's the thing. Look it up. And
Yes.
we're not. P.S. We're not paying for therapy.
That's what Patreon is for.
What do we have tonight, man? We got a big. This is absolutely textbook example of where I was thinking, it's going to be a short, quick show, not much. Then I think Thursday afternoon came around and mixed up that equation. We got BattleEye to talk about with Proton. Ubisoft's doing something, and there's going to be some hot vappy things. Then Jordan's going to tell us how to stream from Fedora.
Yeah.
Because he's infinitely more qualified to do that than whoever's making that wiki. True story.
That reminds me, I need to find my Fedora account password so I can update that page.
Oh, man. NVIDIA's got a new video card. That account
has been sleepy for a while.
12 gigs and some deck facts. And Steamy Chrome? Oh, right. We're going to talk about playing Steam on a Chromebook. It's going to be a real boy. And Pedro's going to have some interesting tales, probably. He's going to get the most decrepit Chromebook out of his collection and try to play Cyberpunk.
I only have the one.
No.
And I bought this one brand new.
He's going to acquire an even worse one that he has, right? Like, the boy is trawling eBay, back alleys, wherever, just looking for old obsolete tech to install Linux on.
What are you doing? Showing us what?
I'm trying to get you to see
Your
the Chrome logo,
doesn't
but now
stand
there's
a chance, Mateus. Quit trying to hurt it. There it is.
It's so white.
Almost. Stop.
The white balance. The white balance.
That's the thing. I had to disable the auto exposure because this camera is a little too trigger happy with the auto exposure. So yes,
it's the circle of life.
Acer Chromebook will be, well, it will have Steam installed. What it will be playing, that will be up to, well, you'll see it on stream because it does have an HDMI port, so I'm just gonna do all of that on stream.
RTX on.
Oh man, if they release RTX capable Chromebooks, I will laugh quite a hearty chuckle.
A hearty chuckle, a charty huckle.
A sensible chuckle.
Charty huckle.
A shardy huckle.
I'll be chuffed.
The fastest Chromebook right now, I think it's the Dell Latitude 7410 because it has a proper i7 processor.
I was about to say whatever Dell took a perfectly good laptop and put Chrome OS on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
With NVMe, 8 gigs of RAM, 1080p screen. And an i7, I think it's a 10th gen
I gotta
or
ask,
11th gen.
how much NVMe though? Like 512 megabytes?
256.
Okay.
256.
256 megabytes? Jeez, that's...
Gigs.
Megs.
I said megs. You responded with a number, man.
Yes. 256 gigabytes. That's... Yeah. I think you can get the 512 version as well. But that's probably a very expensive upgrade.
512 megs, man. I'll never use all that.
Yeah. 64 kilobytes of storage is more than anyone could ever conceivably use.
So yeah, we're going to be talking about that tonight. Does anybody get anything fun going on Saturday night? Let's see. We got, what else? Oh, right. Garfield. Odie.
Yeah.
Linux is finally getting a real open source AAA
Libre Lumberyard.
Yeah. Don't cry for me, Tech.
Totally not Crytek, you guys.
Michael would like to remind everybody that he is on an island on the other side of the world. Or it's Sunday.
Technically,
fighting off
it's Sunday
kangaroos,
here too.
emus, and
But then
whatever
again,
other
I'm also on
beasties.
an island about a quarter of the way around the world.
Don't worry, if we can just move the Earth a little further out, that land bridge will pop back up.
Yeah.
Islands. Islands in the stream.
There was like that whole like section of the European subcontinent that was just like flooded in the late ice age.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That like people were living on for like a couple thousand years before that happened.
Well, you look at like the continent that is like where New Zealand and Australia is.
Yeah.
You know,
Once upon a time, that was one place.
Right.
Yeah.
Like the entire Vietnam and Timor, like that entire archipelago, going up from Australia to
I've
continental
warned you
Asia.
about using fancy words on this stream.
That's what a group of islands is called. It's the
I know
collective
that. You know
name.
that. But listen, some people trying to install fonts might not know that.
I tried to install Archipelago, and now my desktop got removed. I'm confused.
It's
Why
archipelago.
did
It's called
This
a
is
font,
Linux's
right?
fault. No, now doing everything will just install it. We'll just remove your desktop. That's the danger. Can't install Steam, can't install font without GNOME getting ripped out.
Oh, where is your God? Now you can install our. Yes, it is a font.
Of course it is. Just look at any word. It is probably a font.
Yes. Suck my dick.
Hi, welcome to LinuxGameCast.
We get very competitive over fonts.
Yeah.
Dick sucking entirely optional, but heavily encouraged.
Let's see. Let's do some social medias where I'm going to quote Pedro's tweet and say, welcome to LGC. Welcome to a dick suck. No.
Welcome to Hotel Linux Gamecast.
Welcome to a,
Bring up black lights. The rooms aren't clean.
Don't worry, most of it's not blood.
No. Most of it is semen.
Linux Fontcast, man. Okay, we did have that conversation today in Discord. About like,
How doth one install a font under Linux?
well, Darkwing was breaking it down, rolling it back to his like, but does an average user install a font?
I mean, if you're like doing graphic design or like anything.
Average user. So we're like one brain cell above glue stick eating.
Yes.
I read the Vampire Masquerade thing that you posted by the KDE guy. It's an interesting article.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good way to break down like what your expected use case is going to be. Just considering like 70% of people will have no fucking clue what to do.
This is like the reality, and that's why I posted that, because we are so deep in the bubble. When I say, hey, you need to step outside the bubble, motherfucker, we're still in the bubble when we take that step out. I'm like, no, you gotta understand, man. There's the others that like, I got a computer.
Yep.
It's mobile. That's it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's the phone, maybe a tablet, maybe an old laptop that they use for the occasional thing when they need to print something.
And it's almost always a work laptop. People don't like buy computers anymore because work will give me one. And
We have a lot of people at work that use their work laptops for personal stuff, and we occasionally drop the reminders. We see everything that you do in that laptop. Stop.
this install is instrumented to high hell. I didn't see a violin. What are you talking about?
All I'm listen. Pedro just threw down a gauntlet. That's challenge pissing.
It's whenever we get like the Sophos logs and my boss goes, please look at what person X is using their work laptop for. And you go look at the URLs of the websites they've been to. Oh, come on.
No, see,
I didn't need to know that about you.
You just got to name and shame, right? Like, there's a new policy of if we find that you're visiting suspect sites, we're just gonna post what you're going to see. Like, we're just gonna post your browsing history.
It'll show up on the newsletter.
That just immediately, my entire focus is to constantly visit questionable yet totally legal websites.
Right. Well, I mean, if someone's gonna go that far, then it's like, okay, touche. But you're not doing it for them. You're doing it for like fucking the rest of the users, right? Mm-hmm. There will always be the small percentage of like people who are like, yeah, you know, I used to be into computers, but then I found accounting was a lot better for me. So yeah, I still know how to do shit.
We use Abacus.
Yeah.
Vintage accounting.
Hey man, if you know how to use an abacus, you're better than me. You can like do math without a computer.
Do you remember how to use an abacus?
I never had to.
Damn
Me
kids
neither.
with your fancy adding machines.
The teacher was like, you either do it on paper or you do it in your head. You don't get an assist, you don't get calculators, you don't get abacus, you don't get anything. Okay. On paper it is.
Well, I mean, here's the reality. You better hope you don't survive to any alternate future to where you would have to use an abacus. It's not going to be a fun place.
No.
Not really. You don't want to be in the... I wonder how many... Never mind. We're not going down that rabbit hole.
I just don't want to have to fucking reverse engineer like times tables and division shit. Like, uh-oh.
Divisions are annoying. It's like, oh yeah, divide a 4 character number by another 4 character number. It's like, okay, we're going to need an A4 page for this, so...
Yeah, I don't even fucking remember how to do any of this shit by hand, so...
Oh no, that would be 100% like reverse engineering, like
Yeah.
reinventing the concept on your own, man. Like we can work
I would just be
around
like, this requires multiplication? Well, I guess I'm going to be sitting here counting for a while, because shit, man.
See, this is like a cute thing, man. Memorize those multiplication tables because you'll probably be at least in your early 30s before all that just one night. You wake up the next day and you're like, right. You'll remember remembering that.
Yeah.
Right. What do we have? 4
but
minutes.
here's the real challenge. What can you do faster? Long division or installing a font on Linux?
I still like I couldn't have made that video, man. Like comedically, I could not have made that video better.
It's good, you know. It's good that at least one of them went the hard way, and he was already done, and he didn't realize it because he didn't actually bother to look at the name of the font.
I am surprised though. I don't know. I don't usually like time my compression of large files because I'll stick it in the background.
Yeah. Put it in like say bottom right hand corner.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like I don't know. I don't even know how long it takes to fucking compress a file, right? Like.
Strangely, I do because I do a weekly backup of the a main resource, like all the show business stuff, and that takes a while because it ends up being about 15 gigabytes.
Yeah, I guess it also depends on like what you're attempting to compress, anyways.
Right,
like,
a lot of it's video and small files.
Yeah. If it's text, then that's not a problem. If it's like video.
And if it's one big file, it's fine. If it's a bunch of teeny tiny little files, it'll take a while.
Yeah. That's why you want to use Pig's parallel zip.
Well, no, and another thing that they were using zip. I'm like, come on, use BZ too. Just mess with them on the other end.
Yeah, tar. Well, no.
The defaults were just tar.gz or zip.
So here's the real Linux user challenge. Who do you think would be able to get a functional tar command in their terminal?
Oh, wait, hang on. What does tar-e do?
E?
I'm thinking like DOS level zip. I'm assuming that would work on DOS. If I remember, I'm 30 years old, man. Like zip E.
There is no tar E. There's like dash extract and ACDRTUNX. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tar XZVF.
Yeah.
What I throw at it.
Yeah. No, like tar has a
Extract,
million fucking little
verbose,
flags.
File and zip.
Yep. But here's the thing though. Where tar will fuck you is there is GNU tar and then there is regular tar, and everyone here is used to GNU tar. If you, with the exception of probably Ven, Linux, and a couple of the people who work on like a Unix before.
But you'd Google your way out of it. I mean, it's not you know enough to find it.
Yeah. That and said, like what do you call it? The GNU utils are a lot more modern than their like BSD counterparts.
No,
and
here's what they really should have done. This should have been a real test for like downloading a torrent, like getting that set up. Because I think of this, they would learn the difference between unrar and regular unrar and open source unrar and nada, but still
There's
open source.
unrar and unar, and there's also LZMA that can do unar. There's P7zip, which now is just full 7-zip that can extract everything.
It was a interesting like scope of like how attached people get to programs, but you know, it just the psychology of it. Like, yes, I found a GUI thing that I could unzip things with, which all of that's built into the file manager, no matter what you're using. Just drag it.
Yeah, no, and his problem was that he was being a little trying to rush things very quickly. Yes. It's like, I want this to be done now. That's a 3.9 gigabyte video file.
Now.
Give it a second.
Now.
That is likely already compressed too, so, you know, good luck.
Here's a thought. How about some compression and extraction utilities that are multi-threaded?
Yeah, like pigs. Parallel Gzip.
Yeah,
There's also
even
TVZ.
7-zip is a single-threaded wonder. It's like, can we have even the lowliest of Chromebooks has 2 cores and 4 threads. Can we not?
Now, admittedly, this is not a problem, but right up until you walk into situations to where it's gigabytes.
Yeah.
Man, that's going to be a minute. Oh, yeah, I remember that one. How far back does... Oh, no, I remember the one where you got, like, the CDs. I don't know if it was WinRAR. That looks like Unreal, doesn't it? Did Unreal Tournament rip the
logo?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like old PC game font.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just generic old software wanting to be, you know, flashy.
.ttf.
Yeah.
.rar. .exe.
Word art. That's what that font was called. It was one of the defaults in word art.
Civilization's gonna civil. That's just reality of the civilization. Welcome to the civilization. Man, that's hard to cock up, isn't it? Welcome to the civilization. Civilization. No.
A civilization? Resistance is feudal? Or a feudal? Like
feudal,
F-E-U-D.
yes.
Yeah, feudal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a tag for a game right there, man.
Yeah.
Resistance is feudal.
Oh, no. It's a game about a Swedish conqueror named Borg with like an umlaut on the O. Resistance is feudal. We'll see how long it takes for CPS to like fucking nuke that from orbit. Multi-threaded. All right. Well, Patrick is there with the actually.
There you go.
Fucking sliding to home.
All right, everyone. Let's get to it.
Do it.
Lock and load. Go. Gadget. Play button.
I put that RGB sound card on my wish list.
Oh, hell. I'm working on a video about RGB sound cards, so.
I put that on there just like, man, I really wish someone would buy me that. I have zero use for it, but I want to say I have.
I am 100%. That is going to be in an upcoming Interfacing Linux. All right, so let's get that paused. Good to go. All right, everybody. Let's make sure everybody's loaded up. Looking good. Good three-way. Yeah, that's good. The Pedro position. And that's good. All right. Excuse me. Where are we getting a digestion from, buddy? This is not carbonated. All right, fuck off. There we go. Sometimes you could have a talk with yourself.
Damn it, stomach, shut your mouth.
And welcome back to another Linux Gamecast Weekly, the show that covers the latest Linux gaming news, reviews, how-tos, and most importantly, whatever the hell else we come up with. And then that is Jordan, and that is Pedro, and that is you, Shadowrun Dynamic. Jordan is live, helping us for him. Do we even have the buttons lined up this week? Coco. No matter how many times you wish upon the wishing base, it's not going to turn into an ASCII penis. No.
One day it will, and I'll show all of you, damn it.
I want to believe. What's going on? We got a chunky show, and yes, right out of the gate, I want to talk about a little something. Well, I guess first I get an admission to make.
You got another confession to make?
Yeah, I do. Oh, did you see the Dave Grohl thing?
Yeah.
With the
fun.
Lisa Loeb?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The death metal cover.
Yeah. It was like,
yeah.
Because I was like, what is this? And I start walking off and I see Dave Grohl like in like a onesie dress. I'm like, all right, the fuck's this? We got to go inspect. I'm like, all right, well done.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, earlier this week, I might have bought another PCI sound card. Yeah.
Oh no. Huh? You sound like my girlfriend. Jordan, I bought another plant.
I thought I was the one who had problems with buying things willy-nilly.
In my defense, such a tiny defense. What I did buy was cables that were attached to it, or that came with it, because another thing I'm trying to get, I found out that they're pin compatible, and I didn't feel like doing like homebrew. Like, this is how you wire Ethernet into. It was like $200 worth of cables included with the card for $40.
Okay, well that's not too bad. That's it's like my grandfather buying a new razor every time to just get like the free cartridge that comes with it because it's a lot cheaper.
Right. Yeah. Then another thing happened. Today. And that was a Linus Tech Tips video was released.
Yes.
Now, if you want the full story, I encourage you, if you're a patron, go back and watch the pre-pre or listen to the pre-pre super shows. And we go way in depth on this. But was I the only person? The only person, if you're unfamiliar, they're doing we're going to use Linux as a regular Windows user challenge. I watched the whole video, but I would not say anything negative to anyone who was genuinely screaming at a monitor or a display at the beginning when they were doing one thing that they were trying to install a font under Linux.
That's hard, man.
Yeah. Okay.
GUI barely works. You think fonts do? Here's
something that has had me chuckling since I've gotten to the house. So this is really good. Our own resident, Mathieu Commandant. We joined in Discord. We were talking. Yeah. This is like point to point. It starts off with a very long time because we were discussing where fonts were used to be located in the old time, followed by, wait a minute, is this a video about installing a goddamn font?
Yes, it was. Well, at least half a video about installing a font. Yes,
that just made me continue just like watching that, and there was probably about 3 minutes between those posts and the next one. I'm like, what? Like, I know those feels.
Yeah.
What did you think? I mean, was there like what was going on? Like, I was like, just double click on the thing, man, and it says install.
I'm just very proud of our boy. He managed to do a thing without uninstalling GNOME.
Fair progress.
Mostly because GNOME is already not installed.
I think everyone had a good experience with like getting a printer set up. That was a thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, printers last longer on Linux because they don't have the phone home thing to like lie about their ink levels. That's the other nice thing about the CUPS drivers.
And the one thing that Linus failed was digitally signing the a PDF thing, which, okay, fair enough. That's not something most common users would do, so a lot of people had problems with that.
You know,
a lot of people were calling
everyone's
out, like,
defense
what
on
kind
that.
of
Yeah, I was like, ooh, I'd have to figure that out.
what kind of user are you especially trying to target here?
So here's the thing though. Having recently gone through purchasing a house, there is a lot of forms that they want you to sign via PDF because they don't want you to, especially these days, because they don't want to do like physical delivery because of COVID, right? And a lot of these legal firms will give you the Adobe DRM laden PDF that like, good luck getting any of those features running under Linux. Like you're fucked. But that's Adobe's fault. That's not Linux. That's
straight up Adobe's fault. And kudos to Luke for actually teaching me about that particular application, which, yes, it is. They do have a commercial version, but you can also use it for free to sign the one document, and they're done. The other thing that kind of jumped out at me was Luke claimed that he installed OBS Studio via the PPA because he's using
What
Linux Mint.
PPA?
Linux, the
a PPA.
The PPA for OBS, the one that's on the OBS Studio website.
Okay.
Yes.
We're just clarifying. Man, I'm saving you some trouble down the road here.
Okay. But yeah, no, Linux Mint is based on Ubuntu LTS. So I have one of the netbooks is running Ubuntu 2004. And I installed that same PPA. And I installed OBS Studio. And it did have the browser source, which his apparently didn't. So he had to go by other means to get a version of OBS installed with the browser source.
I had a similar problem a couple months ago, and I found out that is because I had a leftover file in etcld.so that was pointing at the wrong directory for OBS to link at.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why it wasn't getting picked up. That was the first thing that popped into my mind. But if they're just but I compiled my OBS for one, so I don't know why they're running into this
they didn't do that. They didn't have OBS installed beforehand either, so...
Yeah, so...
That was weird.
I don't know. I think it reinforced for the most part, like that if you're going to be using regular desktop stuff under Linux, maybe you need to learn the new menu to look under. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward, which has been the case for like a decade now.
Well, what do you think about like all of KDE just being a dumpster fire, according to?
I mean, I don't disagree.
Okay, here's a fair one. We were talking about this, but I'll go ahead and give it the creating a shortcut. I think across the board, everyone went, huh? I guess that's possible. I wonder how that's, I was curious. I was like, wow, like challenge pissing. Maybe I would never do that, but I guess there's got to be
I haven't created a shortcut in a long time. It's, I usually, if I want a desktop shortcut, I drag it from the menu to the desktops there.
If I want a desktop shortcut, I'll go to Steam and be like, add desktop shortcut so I can get the Steam.
Yeah, right. Clicks manage add desktop shortcut.
Yeah, right. Like that's where I'm at this point. Like, but yeah, the symbolic link versus like the .desktop file. Whatever. That's trivial stuff.
But I buried the lead before we get into the Steamy stuff because we've had the Linux desktop challenge from Linus Tech Tips. The best thing from the entire video. The thing that caught my eye the most was not installing fonts. It wasn't setting up a printer. It wasn't any other nonsense because I think we need to kiss Linus Tech Tips goodbye in 2021 because in 2022, I'd like to throw out the suggestion. I'm calling it Linus Prawn Picks because I'm really curious as to what was blurred in that URL bar in the browser.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, what kind of questionable history is out there?
There was questionable enough to block that out. You don't get passwords and usernames or anything like that in a URL suggestion box.
No, you might get like an already open tab for like his divorce proceedings or something. I don't know, man. Like,
or like internal stuff for his company that has a token in the URL. Could be.
Yeah. Or there's like www.totallyillegalcaymanAccount.com or whatever. Online banking.
These are all great mental exercises. But probably like, oh, no one needs to know I go to that. So maybe LinuxGameCast was on there. That'd be funny.
Oh man. What wouldn't adjust?
I thought that was that just I do a lot of content production, and I've had to I've been saved. Like, whoa, all right, that shouldn't be in a video. Let's go back and make sure that doesn't show up. So there you go. That's it. That's our Linus font installing review.
Linus Linux update of the week.
But the horse will never accept this fonty future.
No, the horse is a font that is fully uninstallable, and if you try to put it in your Word document, you will die. It's the Steam
Linux
update of the week.
Time to shove some crack in your eyeballs.
Yes. Yeah, someone's doing something with our eyeballs, and I'm not entirely sure I approve of it, but BattleEye, it got Proton support a while back, and the way that you enable BattleEye support for your game is you email the BattleEye people and say, please give, and they give. That's it. That's all you need to do. So apparently quite a few people did. We already knew about Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord and Ark Survival Evolved, and according to Valve, there's now 4 more games: Arma 3, DayZ, which are basically the same game, Unturned, and PlanetSide 2. And with Unturned, I'm like, wait a second, hold on. That game has a Linux version. I know, I played it on Linux, and I know it's native. Oh, you need to use Proton to join the BattleEye protected servers because you don't have a native version for BattleEye. Right. Okay.
I had a similar thought with what was it? Not Ark, Arma 3, because like virtual programming came out a while ago, and they're like, yeah, we're working on porting Arma 3 to Linux with our state-of-the-art Eon tech. And apparently that fell through, and now they're just like, yeah, guys, can you please just play it in Proton? Thank you. I looked into Ark because I'm like, okay, like what is the actual difference here if you're running this on like the native version versus running Proton? Right. And based on a couple forum posts I found, you can't run it as high a settings in Proton, but it is more consistently like less choppy. So people seem to be doing that. And, you know, given the state of neglect that a lot of these older Linux ports are getting, especially for Unity games, this is going to be needed even if the native version does support their AC solution.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, that's something people gloss over a lot. Like when it comes to game preservation, it is going to be something Proton related, you know, in 20 years. Like, how are you going to be playing these games? I looked at the list, you know, Mountain Blade 2, Ark, Arma 3, DayZ, Unturned, PlanetSide 2. Was anything of value gained? Okay, here, both of you. Did either of you start searching through your Steam library? Like, do I own any of these games?
I own Ark.
I own Unturned and Ark.
I bought it because I wanted to make a video on it a couple of years ago, back when it like went on sale for cheap, and it ran like such shit that I couldn't even.
Oh.
So
I didn't have anything. Something that I'm kind of interested in because I haven't seen it in a while, but when DayZ was the hotness that kept on popping up on my TweetDeck feed, you know, Linux gaming, it was I would totes switch to Linux, but that blank was being filled in with like DayZ. And now that that's changed, but, you know, it's kind of fallen out of favor. I always look forward to what the, you know, new excuse is like preloaded in the chamber. Like, nope, this. So here's my advice. Here's my advice, because we know, you know, we want to like really make it clear that we'd run Linux, and we'd run Linux on even though all we have is a Windows system. But you need to switch that over to like some more obscure software. You got to get off the gaming thing. No one's going to buy it anymore. So you got to up your game, kids.
Yeah, it's the Elgato light control, man. I really need it.
The big thing.
You know
with
what?
the
I gotta
Battle.line
give the
support-
kid the credit though, man, because Linus was spinning his wheels. Looks like I just installed the app. Like, that's my boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The big thing about Battle.line is the big game that uses Battle.line, you know, the most widely played game with
Loaded
the
gun to my
highest
head, I
concurrent
could not
number
tell
of
you.
players.
Nope.
Drum roll, please.
PUBG. It's PUBG.
Is it still around?
Yeah. It's still number 1 on Steam.
Well, I guess if you can't play Fortnite on Steam, you got to do the next best thing, right?
Right.
Yeah. Fortnite
but-
is not on Steam.
But don't you hate
But
it?
you
Go ahead.
I
We're trying to throw it to the same thing. Let's see if you do better. than
yeah.
that.
I was gonna say, like, well, maybe if that favorite game you want to play is a Ubisoft game, it might be a little better in the near future.
Allegedly. So we saw a little bit of movement on SteamDB. They've updated the Ubisoft Connect, whatever app. You know it, you love it, you hate it, especially if you've been dealing with Proton. It's that thing that pops up because you need that to click play again sometimes, but usually it just launches. But you know, it's that thing you open, then you go into the settings and you disable the overlay and all the other nonsense that pops up. So you can
That's
play an
Uplay.
Assassin's Creed.
That's Uplay. That's their client thingy. It was their answer to Steam.
I mean, it's part
Ubisoft-
and parcel of Lupe.
Well,
Uplay.
I've got experience because the Ubisoft has got all the same nonsense because I fought this thing.
Yes.
Because the one that pops up now is just like, it's in and out. You can't purchase anything through it, which irritated me because I wanted to try out Trackmania as a service. So I'm kind of excited about this. I am. Do you think this is deck related? Do you think something's going on? This is all speculation. Let's go ahead and point this out.
What are we talking about?
Hmm?
Did we show the Steam?
The Ubisoft
That's not-
Connect.
We're talking about Ubisoft Connect.
It's their Steamworks
Steam DB
equivalent.
thing.
It's basically
The Steam DB thing.
It's their Steamworks in the sense that you have everything that's networked goes through Ubisoft Connect.
yeah.
Like say
The-
your online games, your account.
Cross-platform save, like via Switch or PC or Xbox.
It's the shim
Yes.
loader, the wholly unnecessary because they're like, fuck it, we're Ubisoft loader. Yeah.
Yeah. I think a lot of that is a lot of the movement we're going to be seeing from like other AAA studios, especially on Steam, is going to be deck related, right? Like if they can get their games playable on
another
a system,
platform. Yes.
yeah, then that's more sales going to them, right? Like why wouldn't they?
I don't know, but I mean, you would have to think because maybe they I want to live in this world where they're going to just have, because I talked about this a while back, if they could just have like a Proton installer for the Ubisoft like launcher, which I understand. I think Pedro made the point. I'm like, yeah, so they can just straight buy games from another platform with inside. And I'm like, all right, I understand. I get it. But
Can't have that.
again, it is valid. Maybe I've heard other speculation of like maybe they're going to be setting up for a new Rainbow Six game. They were making some updates. I don't know. What really had me curious about this scratching was like Epic, like Ubisoft. When was it back in 2019? They're like, hey man, we're not going to be releasing anything on Steam. We're just going to make sure we release everything on Epic because probably some money exchanged hands. Maybe that's just kind of died out a little bit.
I went back and checked, and like Ubisoft games are still getting updates, but yeah, the last big one that was released on Steam, there's still a couple indies that have that were just published by Ubisoft that are on Steam from like 2020, 2021. But yeah, for the most part, all the big games seem to have the Epic
Assassin's
Store.
Creed, the one.
Here's the thing. I never bought an Assassin's Creed game from Ubisoft. It was given to me from my motherboard that I bought, and now I fucking use Lutris to play it. So shit.
But maybe they got to change something because, you know, we're talking about a Steam Deck. Maybe a Steam Deck just is not there to run that secondary, doesn't have the horsepower to get the Steam going. Then like the Ubisoft thing that pops up then when the game starts launching. Maybe not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
All speculation.
The whole point of the Kinect thing is to like provide this consistent ecosystem for Ubisoft games. So maybe just like having an updated 4 deck just has that base covered for
Or
the existing
just have
library
a
of shit they have
separate
already there.
package.
Okay,
Yeah,
let
it's
me
a
see if I can put a
package.
fine enough point on this. Because when you do the Ubisoft thing, it pops up the Ubisoft client.
Yeah,
That's
you
Uplay. Yes, that's what I
Uplay.
said earlier.
Yeah. That's not going to be allowed on deck.
No, because that's a launcher. Yeah.
Yes.
So
I mean, it's going to be allowed in as much as
well, you're not going to
everything
get a
else will
green
be
check
allowed.
mark for your game.
Yeah, you don't get the
Oh, no.
big, okay, this game is great.
So, do you think this could be a play to have something seamless?
Yeah, probably. Maybe. Who knows? It
Maybe.
definitely seems like up there. It seems like something that like the Ubisoft Connect project, whatever you call it, that's sort of what their end goal is. So it makes sense that that's what they would do on the Steam Deck. Who knows? We'll see when they get released in February.
Well, I am curious. What do you mean by Uplay is no longer a thing?
Yeah. It's still, well, Uplay is no longer a thing in the way that like Games for Windows Live is now just like Xbox Live Arcade or whatever. They renamed it. It's how Facebook is not Facebook anymore. It's Meta.
So it's like the Ubisoft Connect thing?
Yep. It's the same shit. It's all the same shit.
Thanks for clarifying.
Okay.
Pedro.
Fair enough. I'll eat crow on that one.
Well,
from the end user's perspective, it's like they changed the name of a building and you still refer to it by the old name. Like,
listen, somebody wants some runway, I'm going to lay it out for him. Let's talk about some deck facts, because that was another thing. They did the brilliant idea of trying to self-host all of their videos, and that was a dumpster fire for the first hour, but they finally switched over to YouTube. And we were able to learn about some things going on with the Steam Deck, but they finally compiled everything, including nice texty bits. Steamworks documentation. Now, a couple of fun things in here. They come out very strongly and say, hey, use Vulkan as your primary graphics API, because not just for performance, but for battery life. I thought that was interesting. Now, they also make a note, hey, nuke all of your launchers from orbit, because fuck launchers. They didn't say it like that, but that's what they meant. That was the spirit. Also, this was interesting. Don't use DRM, because DRM's bad. Okay. This is from Valve. Like, all right. Okay.
It's going to mess up with the Proton.
Right.
They've also recommended that you put in a frame cap for better battery life. And the one weird thing I saw was like, if they're looking for like a substitute controller, they recommend using a DualShock 4 DualSense 5 controller for working at the controller mappings, because it's like
hardware wise. What color does it have to be?
It can be any color you like, baby.
Are you sure?
It has to be Gaben colored.
It has to be the flesh colored. Yeah, the pasty Gaben nipple colored. No, but yeah, I find that weird. I guess hardware wise, that's most similar to the thing controller that's going to be integrated on the deck. But your glyphs are going to be all messed up, and you're going to have to do that translation of like X. Do I mean the Xbox X or the PlayStation X?
Everything that they're pushing here seems to be very much for the sake of battery life. No DRM. You don't have something like the Nuvo that's constantly calling home, where's my battery going? Oh, that's right, the Nuvo ate it. And the limiting of the FERPs, because not only does it save you the battery life because your GPU isn't pegged at 100%, as a liker of laptops, I can confirm that it also brings down the noise level from the cooling fan. Yes.
I gotta say, I like big dumb lists that enumerate shit like this, because now we have a sign we can tap. We can be like, don't make me tap the sign.
This is the thing. Now, I thought this was very interesting, because I just read through the entire thing. There's a couple of things, it does naturally walk you through everything that you need for your little checklist to send it off to be submitted to show up on the deck's launcher screen, the version of deck Steam for the deck. They do make a thing, because there's a QA thing in there. It's like, can you prevent your game from showing up on the deck store? No, you can't. That mechanism's not there. Like, hey, man, if they're using the Steam Deck, don't list our game. Valve's like, get wrecked.
I have the big brain workaround for that, though, is you just put a bunch of titties in the game, and then by default they get filtered out of search results. So we're just going to see a lot of non-deck optimized games all of a sudden get some titties randomly. Like, don't play it on the deck.
This is an interesting, if you read into this a little bit, I mean, this has got just a little bit of a shots fired. Like, you better get your shit together, because people are going to be sending the developers like, hey, why does this game run like poo on my new Steam Deck. They're not going to be asking Valve. Maybe that's a feature they might consider adding, just to be honest.
Just a contact the developer button.
No.
Brings up Thunderbird.
For developers, they're like, yo, can I just not be listed if device detect tech?
Yeah.
I just don't want to deal with it. I mean, that would be kind.
I mean, like there are some games that are just not well suited to the form factor, right? But I guess the other idea here is like, yeah, you can plug it into a dock and use it as a computer, so you better make sure that shit will run on it because people might be using it like that.
And there's games that are just going to eat nonstop shit.
Yes,
trying to make it run.
Cyberpunk.
Oh, I look forward
Anything
to
that doesn't have a low end mode that is not properly optimized.
What?
Cyberpunk?
I think the closest thing chance we have to actually achieve fusion is to try and have the Steam Deck run Cyberpunk.
We are all going to we're just going to be laughing. We're going to be sitting around the house playing some Just Cause 3 multiplayer.
Yeah. It'll work, I swear. Yeah. We might need to use remote play, and that's where Vappy's gonna come in.
Right.
Yeah. So there's a new Steam client beta update for December 2nd. And if you look under remote play, we see the one Linux related note. Greatly improved Vappy hardware decoding on Linux. Now, is this related to the patch we're going to be talking about in the news segment? Spoilers? Shrug. But, you know, they are really trying to get all this remote play stuff on deck sorted so that it will be minimally dog shit as possible. One thing that popped into my head this week was like the Switch was like in the commercials for it, they were like showing people with multiple Switches like sitting in the same physical location playing games. You could maybe actually pull that off with a bunch of people in like a relatively short local area network with decks, where like if you just connect to one guy's remote play, you could reasonably have a multiplayer experience for games that don't natively support it.
No, son, I want they need to take it all the way back. I want it like Game Boy. I want something that looks
the link
suspiciously like a fucking FireWire cable, but it's not because we use a different pin out because fuck you or Nintendo.
It's Ethernet over Type C. That's where we're at right now.
I want RS-232
I mean, you could just
ports
get a Type C hub. Everyone connects their thing to the Type C hub, and away you go. No, the claims about the new and improved VA API. Okay, is it improved to match what Linux already has, or are we talking like Valve paying LunarG to improve VA API like they did in the past, and they actually have something that's better?
It just means it's going to look like Poo, but faster.
I mean, that's what FSR is for. They gotta fix it up. VK base salt that shit. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's going to be very, very helpful on the Chromebook.
They need that. That FSR is going to actually make a big difference, because if you're rendering your game at like 850 by 540, it's still 16:9, but there you go.
Like your Chromebook.
It's a much lower resolution, and you can play that AAA game in a 720p-ish screen that the Game Gear has.
On your Chromebook?
On the Chromebook, yeah. So this is from AndroidPolice.com. Links to all this stuff is in our show notes. You should go click on them. LinuxGameCast.com.
Don't read them. Just click.
Just click. Don't pay attention to what the text of the link says. We're not redirecting you to sketchy Russian sites. No, but we are redirecting you to Android Police, where they're talking about Borealis, the long rumored Steam client for Chromebooks. And it's totally happening, you guys. We swear. According to these rumors, it's going to get a soft launch by Q2 or Q3 2022, maybe sort of according to the rumor mill. But the article goes on to talk about how likely they're going to be using Proton on Chromebooks to improve game compatibility. And, I mean, it's a good thing, I guess. It expands the coverage that Proton has. Hopefully that will cause bugs to get fixed, and on lower-end systems you'll be able to play, or not lower end non-Chromebook systems, you'll be able to play games. But like, I'm convinced until we start seeing some beefier Chromebooks out there, I have to assume this is more like game streaming oriented. We have Stadia at home approach.
You shut up, man. I just can't wait to play some AAA titles and just crush them on my 4 gigabyte, 1 gigahertz celery Chromebook I got.
Hey, that's pretty much the specs on this thing.
You hear it, man. This time next year,
I feel personally targeted.
You can play some Cybertruck on it.
I'm going to try. I am, because if it comes out, I do have a Chromebook. I'm going to try it, and I'm going to try Proton, and I'm going to, if I have to, I'll pull an SSD out of the drawer with a USB adapter and just run it off of that. But I'm going to try. I'm genuinely going to try, because with the current implementation that they have.
Drop it. Drop it. Come on.
It's fairly light.
You're whipping it around. I'm just
yeah, like, the entire audience is all watching it for the same purpose. They're like, come on.
Go. I
But
believe
no,
I can fly.
the current implementation that they have with Christini, which is the containerized Linux application running ability, it already runs Steam, and you can already start quite a few deal of games, at least native ones. I didn't actually try Proton, but you can start them. The performance is poop.
Listen, man, if
But
I
you
can
can
stream
start
it, I
them.
could do it on a Chromebook. Here's my plan. Maybe it's going to end up shipping something like a Steam Deck interface. We go buy some Nintendo controllers. I can get some tape. Done. Well, it'll be awesome.
It's worth a shot. We need to do it for science.
Now, I know this is like the starving time for games. Not a bunch of new releases, but we got some new games, and we got a couple updates for you this week.
We do. And the first one, new game that I don't think we talked about this one specifically, but we've covered quite a few of the drone games in the past. This one is about micro drones, and it is currently in early
UE4.
access. Yes.
You
You can tell it's UE4 by the...
by the tech demo
the
they
bloom.
plagiarized. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is the house from like that early
on
Vulcan
those
demo.
textures. And yeah, it is in early access. Over here, it'll cost you £11.39, and the people who have purchased it have had only positive things to say. So it's like 100% of the 20 user reviews. That's a bit odd, but the thing that got me was the teeny tiny little hovercraft that seems to be a little too small to bear any kind of eels.
No eels.
So
Hovercraft invalid.
no eels.
Please
for that
fondle my
hovercraft.
buttocks. Would you like to come back to my place, bouncy bouncy?
I mean, okay, listen, outside of the eelless hovercrafts, I mean, it's drone racing, but it's got PvP, however that's supposed to play out. And I don't know.
It's probably just racing against
Yeah.
online people.
Recommended to be played with it. What? Recommended to be played with an RC transmitter? What? Huh?
Yes, you can use the RC controllers as USB ones.
Oh,
Some of
right.
them.
Hang
Not
on.
all.
Yeah, I got that. I got that. Yeah, let me just go to the other side of the room where that non-existent thing, I don't even know what the hell it is. It's recommended.
If you're a drone aficionado, chances are you have one already.
Don't you think, like, isn't that the type of person that only does one thing? That's what they're going for? Like, maybe broaden the appeal here. Maybe don't have it dialed in to expect me to have an RC control when I'm playing a...
Maybe it's windy out. Maybe it's raining out. Maybe people
listen.
just want to sit at home and not actually
My
break
point.
their
You're
very...
just-
My point being, these are not the people
You're
I
a-
want to buy the game and race against. I want to race against
You are
other
a
normies.
filthy drone casual, and
Casual.
you deserve to have your ass kicked.
All right. And that's only going to run you $14.99.
Yes. It's not... It's a drone game, but sticking with the
what if
RC
I put some wheels
thing...
on my drones? Yeah.
Yes, effectively. Or, you take the wheels
the
out
OG
of your
drones?
RC car and you turn it into a drone. That seems to have been the progression that happened there.
Can I
But
turn
yes,
my cat
RC
into a drone?
cars,
You can, but you can only do it once.
You could try. Someone's already successfully done it. It used to fly a little wobbly, but yes, this is not about drones. This is about the cars. It's pocket cars, and they have a new map and chat in online mode. Come on.
Really proud of that. Yeah, man.
I really want to like this game. I do. I want this game to have something. I was a big fan of
How dare you
RC
besmirch
Sim
the
back in the day.
ocean shader.
Yes, because the new map is the island map, and you have like sand, wet sand, tall grass. It's effectively like a little tropical island that has three new racetracks. Or you can do the practice track, which is just free roam, that teeny tiny little thing. But yeah, I really like RC car games. I like Revolt, and I want this to be 2021 Revolt or 21st century Revolt with better graphics, because the physics are spot on. You can go as easy on the assists or as hard, like completely hands off, and you have to get a grip on how the car is controlled to actually keep them going in a straight line. And I love that. I do. But there's not enough content. I've already finished all of the single player things. There's no one playing it online. That's the big one too. So yes, when it's us
that
playing.
doesn't count. We're not people.
So at the end of the day, man, we got
We're
those new
Linux
maps.
users.
They still haven't added any bots to this. And I mean, this is drive around, explode the, it's Mario Kart, but with more RC cars. Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. This has been in development. This was released on 2020. It's been a while. The updates are few and far in between, and it's $14.99. Now, in order to make a game like this remotely work, you're going to have to build that community. You are. And one way to do it, we've seen multiple developers do it over the years. You need to put this thing on fire sale for a month to get that initial seed in there. Because as Pedro said, no one is playing it online. Me and Pedro.
Maybe start a tournament.
Well, get the people there first. Get the interest.
Yeah.
And like I said, make it $1.99. Something like, make it 99 cents. But do it for a month. Get the initial base there. Then that's going to roll out. Because $14.99 for Forever Alone racing mode, just not going to happen.
No.
I say that to somebody who
that's
owns
the
the
thing.
game.
Revolt, for as old as that game is, as gone as the servers are, and as complicated as the ownership rights of that particular IP have become, goddamn stupid fly, the game still has an active community of online people.
Still
if you
has an
download
active
RV House, yeah.
And if
RV
you're not,
House, and there's like 20 or 30 people in there at any one point.
interesting facts about the other game, but bots, Pedro and I were talking about that. Here's the reason we don't you added the windowed mode. Good on you. They do listen, but we need the bots, because if it's just me and Pedro, we're not going to entice anybody else to come join us when it's just me and Pedro in an empty ass map.
Mm-hmm.
And me and Pedro need other people to race against.
Yes.
Or it's just might as well just play it by ourselves independently.
Yeah.
So it's kind of difficult to make a fun stream. Do you have any thoughts on this, Jordan? I know you don't. Like,
I mean, like
wheels.
these all seem like completely valid complaints for a game that doesn't have a very active player base. You gotta provide something, right? Otherwise, people just aren't gonna play the game.
How about? Oh man, the developer contacted us about this.
Yeah, they did. And lo and behold, Rob Riches. It's a Sokoban game, box pushing. It's similar to, what was the name of that game we were playing a couple weeks ago where you have to like move one step at a time?
Dark Crypt?
Dark Crypt? Yeah, it's a little Dark Crypt-ish in that you're trying to like get through the level while moving in a very specific pattern to not get murdered. But Sokoban games are relatively popular. This one has a Linux port now. They tested on Ubuntu and Manjaro. Ooh, very fancy.
Ooh.
Yeah, looks like that FAQ is paying dividends. People are like, oh, maybe we should test it on this thing that's going to be running the Steam Deck that's going to get released at some point, maybe if supply chain holds up. But yeah, if you like block pushing puzzles, you want another one. This one's reasonably priced. It's about $8 Canadian. So what, $5 US ish? $4.99-ish.
Survey says $6.99.
$6.99. All right, that's still pretty reasonable. And puzzle game, right? Like it'll reinforce how stupid you really are. So unless it's painfully easy, we don't know. We haven't.
What do you like
taken a look
about
at it.
what's best at puzzles? Ones that gradually get up to the fuck you curve, or the ones that just like Steven Sausage roll it out of the gate and let you know what you're in for?
Yeah, just like, oh, you think, like, here's the simple answer. It's the wrong answer. Always.
Now figure out why it's wrong and do it right next time. I really like Baba. The way that Baba did the puzzles, because it comes in waves. It's like, oh, that's how that. Oh, that's how that works.
Baba.
Oh.
Technically, there's a progression in Steven's sausage roll, but it's all just like so precise movement stuff that like there isn't really one. Baba has like the steady the slope up before it's just like whoop. Have fun, fucko. Figure it out. All right.
Baba was good.
Indeed.
Indeed. I think that's going to do it for Stevie Bits.
Coming up next. Oh my God. I really hope Santa's going to bring me a 2060. No, not the Super. Not the old 2060.
Fuck it. We put 24 on it. When they realize it doesn't sell.
Yeah.
Nah.
They just start taping like desktop dims to the fucking card. It's coming with more RAM, you guys.
Some DLC.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, if you want to play along with a home game, you see people bang suggesting and typing words, that's because we let you choose our show titles. And if you want to vote on them, head over to vote.linuxgamecast.com and you will be greeted by our show bot. And I will commence picking out some that I like. Our Fonte Future? Alright. Don't worry, you still have 3 segments to play.
Yeah.
Monitor screaming.
I'll give Fonta wisdom about.
Liquor of laptops.
I said liquor.
And Chromebook, yeah. There we go. A couple of them. Now we'll kick over to intermission, where we're going to take a 10-minute decomp.
Yeah, I'm gonna go pee and get some turkey.
Yes.
Turkey.
If peeing is tricky for you, something needs to change about your life.
The interesting, not even hilarious observation. I was at, this has been years and years ago. I was at the grocery and I noticed that they had like chicken drumsticks, but they also had turkey drumsticks. They were big, man. They were, right?
Yeah.
They had like 2 drumsticks and they were like pre-cooked. And they were out in the meat section. I always go by the meat section. I'm like, huh. Then I saw a dude like throwing them in his cart. I'm like, I guess. Like, so, and I'm derping around. I'm finally going out to my car. And dude's just sitting in his car eating them. I'm like, huh. Couldn't make it home.
A lot of people do that here. I don't get it, but at lunchtime, if you go to Tesco's, they have the deli where I used to buy chicken. And people buy that.
That sounds very ominous.
Go to their
used
car
to buy chicken.
and they
What
eat.
happened? Is there a story?
I stopped going into the office quite as often.
All right.
And now when I do go into the office, I don't take the lunch break, so I can get off, get out, come home. None of these sound good. The 30 minutes before. Because that's supposed to be, your time for lunch is supposed to be 30 minutes. So I was like, okay, I don't stop for lunch, and I leave half an hour early, right? Sure. Okay.
I would have messed with you. He's like, yeah, but we want you to come in 30 minutes later.
That's what my boss does when she asks me to stay. Can you stay and help this director of whatever place? You can take the time off in Leo after. It's like, fine, whatever.
Well, I mean, one would hope it has lots of connective tissue. Who wants a wobbly turkey?
No, you want connective tissue? Wild duck. Get a wild duck drumstick. Try to chew on that.
Tame duck, on the other hand, complete waste of time. It just screams Aflac.
They do grow them, not quite in as much quantity as chickens, but they do grow them in closed off places.
Okay. You've described a fence. Across this line,
Turkey is
nothing
worse
but
than
tame
wild
duck.
Depends on the turkey. It very much depends on the turkey on that one.
Turkey's good. This
Is
one
that
got
turkey?
brined. Yeah. Got brined for 24 hours before we cooked it.
Turkey Inferno. That's a wobbly turkey.
Halfway through the segment, Lonnie was sending me pictures of turkey, and I'm like, fuck, I'm so hungry.
So next time you're out and about, just send some pictures of plants.
See, that
No,
that
I need
is
to
likely
pee.
to,
I'll be right back.
that's likely to backfire because then I'm just going to go home. There's
Yeah,
gonna be-
but I mean, it's still going to give you some temporary. Oh shit! Start ordering artificial fucking plants and mix them in. Like, get the good ones though, not like the.
The ones that you could actually mistake for a real plant.
Oh yeah, they make like legit ones. Like, you're not going to tell that thing's not real until you get some scissors to it
Or you touch it.
or flames. Yeah. I don't have a lot of plants. No.
I mean, there are worse hobbies to have, right? Like,
I planted like pepper. The only thing I plant is I have intentions of eating. I don't have any like decorative plants. Maybe I should.
I don't know. They're a thing you water every couple days. I guess they oxygenate the room.
Do you have a plant? Is it your plant?
I don't have a plant.
Damn.
I suspect that eventually at some point this room will be overflow for plants, but until then,
You can name him
I don't-
Robert.
I could name him Bob or I could name him Beowulf.
I don't know. Have you done the fried turkey? Not fried, deep fried. Yes, it is fried.
No, we don't have a deep fryer.
Oh. What if you get like
One
a
thing-
really big hot air? Ooh, I wonder if they make industrial hot air. Of course they do. Never mind.
Well, like the oven I have is a convection oven, so you could do like the air fry, theoretically.
I got a convection oven, but I don't think I've ever tried to fry anything in it. It does the blue circle. Yeah, we're talking
Yeah.
about the same thing, right?
Yeah. The hot air segment. Yeah. I mean, that's
No.
what air fryers do. Like it's. So.
Here's something to test out, which you may or may not know. The bottom shelf of your oven, is it storage
Insulated?
or a warmer?
You know what? I've been using it as storage.
Easy way to check, kids, halfway through baking something. You open it up and see if your utensils and stuff are really warm. Mm-hmm. That's by design.
Yeah, could not tell you. As far as I know, they've always been storage, but I could be wrong.
Pedro,
What's up?
so your stove, your hob.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a storage drawer in the bottom?
No, I have a oven on the bottom.
You don't have like extra oven?
Oh, do you have like
That's
a double decker oven or?
No, it's just the one. It's electric hob and then the oven right underneath it.
He doesn't get bonus oven.
No.
Bonus drawer.
Nah. Also
I
sometimes.
don't know. That's where like the baking sheets and the oven mitts go. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it should be oven safe.
Yeah.
So let's see. We're going to talk about an NVIDIA card. We're going to talk about GOG and meme. Oh, right. The Fedora thing. Goverlay, Godot, and Garfield. Okay, got it. All right. Grab a refill. I guess I'll be third in line. Then we'll jump and do it. And here's your probably only reminder that I'll remember to remind her is we'll be playing Action Hank in the after shows tonight. Did you get it, Pedro?
Not yet.
Come on. You can do it. Get some chopsticks.
No,
I
you
felt
got a
it
Walter
this
White.
time. I felt it.
You got a
hit
Walter
my
White
head.
the fucker.
You see, here's the problem. That little bastard's going to land on the monitor. No, it's safe.
Oh no, it's gonna end like right. It's gonna land right on the webcam. Just like,
Webcam had to take a shot at it, landing on the monitor. Like, I'm not smearing bug goo on the monitor. Damn it.
I'll smear bug goo on the monitor. I'll wipe it tomorrow when I turn on and I go, what's that? Oh, right. That's why I eat before going to bed. Jay and Bab the silent.
15 gold, little man. Put that shit in my hand.
Ooh, 15 gold. Yeesh. That's a lot of money.
The problem with 5e D&D is that there's nothing to spend your money on, though. So, unless you want to start like buying boats and like war elephants. Oh, you really want to fuck up your D&D game? A war elephant you can buy for 300 gold. And it is a CR5 monster. You can easily get 500 gold by level 1. So you can just ride around on an elephant. We're stomping on your orcs and you'll be fine. Stampy, no!
CR5.
Yeah, see, at low level, for 300 gold, that's a big get. Yeah, the fucking psychic tandem war elephant from Adventure Time, yeah.
That's
who's capable of bringing
You're
people back from the dead?
a more powerful mercenary to come with you. It's like, oh, okay. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, you just get Stampy.
I don't know. I haven't played actual, proper IRL D&D since 3.5. I think that was like the last actual rule set that I played. I started with 2 originally, but then the last campaign that we ran was actually Greyhawk 3.5. But then my DM got married, so she couldn't.
Oh, other pro tip. Marry your party members. You get +2 AC for a week. Ceremony is like a first level spell. And you have the bar mitzvah option and you have the wedding option. The spell has both.
What are we talking about?
Dungeons and Dragons.
Stupid D&D hacks like paying $300 for an elephant. That's stronger than most of the enemies you're going to fight at that level.
So how do you know, like, the D&D game's busted? Like, if the bard can do damage? Like, nope, this is wrong.
No, there's a pretty clear range of, like, what the damage output should be for a given level, and if you can go above or below it, then that sort of determines what's busted and what isn't. There's also a bunch of like there's also a bunch of like situational shit. Like you can technically stabilize people by drowning them because of the way the drowning rules work. Where if they're dying, making them drown will make them go to 0 hit points regardless of what negative hit points they're at, which means that you have a chance to save them. Like dumb shit like that. That it's rules of a game that aren't meant to necessarily overlap, but people find ways to.
I'm just imagining the Your Honor, my client.
Waterboard him. He's dying. Waterboard him.
Yeah. Listen, it's not simulation. It's verisimilitude. There's a difference.
Tap that pause button, fam, and hop into videos. It's good. All right. In 3, 2, news.
Kung Fu.
No kung fu. I'm still fighting that damn fly that keeps going around.
He's confused. Your new desk.
The news are coming up, but don't you worry. We take this little time to
What's
thank
that hanging
you,
on
everyone
the bag
watching.
back there? It looks like a slice of pizza.
Hanging on that bag.
Yeah, the bag back. Yeah.
Or like a piece of toast with some jam.
It's a little plushy lion. That's Nori's backpack. It's got a little plushy lion.
What's it taste like?
I have
Does it
no
taste
idea.
like
I never
pizza?
put it in my mouth.
Chewed on it.
Do it. He's thinking about it. Do it.
Pedro, everything's a choking hazard if you're brave enough.
I'm sure it is. I just want to put it in my mouth.
Man, there's an old Canadian children's commercial about like not putting stuff in your mouth.
I can just imagine like Nori walking out while Pedro's dead on the floor with that shoved in his mouth and just like hands on hips, just.
Oh, that Pedro. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Well, if you want to help fund the pilot for that show, you can head on over to patreon.com/LinuxGameCast. Become a Patreon. You get some cool stuff like access to our Discord channel. You get early show note access if you're part of the Death Note tier. You can get access to uncut VODs 3 days early, RSVP for game streams. You can even buy your way into the goddamn show. You can also get access to our Discord by subbing to following us on subbing to us on Twitch. Twitch.tv/LinuxGameCast. Go do that stuff. Yeah, you can listen to the pre super shows in where we review in depth the challenges of font management under Linux.
Font management, man, not even
the trials and tribulations.
It's always fun when somebody pops into the Discord. I was talking about that on Wednesday. It's always fun to see somebody hopping in for the first time and going, "Oh shit, my people!" Yeah,
people are here.
We're hiding out.
Yeah, we got some people we got to shout out this week. KR Ducky and Zin. We also got to give the Sildat a bit of a thanks. He decided that he's going to inflict pedal crash on the three of us. I got one. Ben got one.
I believe we were all inflicted with pedals, but to KR Ducky, a new patron, along with Zin, also a new patron, causes Pedro to inform us about a new fact of H.
Yes. See, Zin spelled backward is Nis, and KR Ducky, was actually very active.
You're going to unlock the gates of hell again.
But yeah, no, KR Ducky was very active on Wednesday. I do remember seeing his name show up on Discord quite a lot. Their name, sorry. Shouldn't be making assumptions here. So, thank you, KR Ducky. Thank you very much, Zin. And thank you, Sildat, for pedal crash. That will be interesting.
Indeed. We got a score as well.
No, I didn't.
Kung Fu! You are a Kung Fool. But yeah, we got a store.linuxgamecast.com. Go there, buy some LGC merch. We got t-shirts, we got stickers, we got masks, we got coffee cups, we got hoodies.
It's all over at LinuxGameCast.com. Just hover over the support button. We got Patreon, we got the merch, we got the PayPals, we got digital Bitcoin, and wish list. Most importantly, we got one for the studio, we got one for Jordan, we got one for Pedro, and one for Jill. Fair warning.
Yes.
Unless you otherwise note in big bold letters, if you pick up anything from the studio, you will end up on this wall back here called Define Upstanding Cannibals. That's a threat, not a promise. Are we good? Did we do the shilling?
Yeah, we have successfully shilled. Now we need to shill for another company that's not paying us.
Yes.
I don't think we'll ever be in danger of this unless Jensen's just like, you know what? Fuck you. Here's some money.
Yeah, he hit the whiskey a little hard last night, made a couple phone calls he regrets later.
Him or the jacket?
Both.
No. You thought I wasn't listening. I was.
So this has kind of been floating around as a rumor for a while, but it sounded redonkulous enough. I'm like, yeah, that sounds like some bullshit NVIDIA would do. I'm talking about the GeForce, the new card, the 2060.
Yep.
I'm not making this up. This is the 12 gigabyte 2060. I don't even know what to say to this, but here's what I will say. At the ass end of 2021, they're going to slap 12 gigs on it and resell it. And here's my take from this. My hot take is I think this is what NVIDIA expects, whatever the mid-range Intel GPU to come out with, something in that area, because I firmly believe this is made to compete with that product. I got to say this as somebody who has a 2060, the 6 gig version. Would I be willing to give up CUDA and NVIDIA code for like whatever Intel comes up with? Because if this performance pager is going to tell you more about the performance and what it's going to compare to, this is going to be price and availability with me, because I'm very much looking for something faster, stronger, and better than my existing 2060. While gaming does play into that equation, for me, it is compute performance is what I'm focused on, because this is in the studio box and that's what it does primarily. But I'd like something that can play some games. Apparently Princess Stone here enjoys 1080p 60.
Yeah.
Which Jordan is like, pshaw, 45's all the human eye can see.
Well, if you're a cyber human.
Canadian, I guess, man. What are your thoughts, Pedro? Is this going to be at least be as fast as an old 2070?
No. From the specs on the table, these are the official specs that NVIDIA released. It seems to be more in line with the 2060, but when it comes to like the memory side of things, it has the same memory speed and the same memory bandwidth as the 2060, the regular 2060, not the Super. So yeah, you're going to be very much in between the 2060 Super and the 2060, the old one. But
we're getting a bump in the CUDA cores. I mean, it's a rounding error, but
yes,
I mean it's the same
it is.
cores
That's the same
Super.
amount. Yeah, it's the same amount of CUDA cores as the 2060 Super. So yeah, the 2060 Super very much performed similar to a 1080. So it's going to be that, but with 4 extra gigabytes of VRAM and a 5-watt higher TDP. That's the thing that kind of bugged me. The TDP on the 2060 Super is 175, and on the regular 2060 was 160. But on the new 12 gigabyte 2060, it's 185.
It's that light hash rate. They gotta increase the power consumption to make it less attractive to crypto miners.
Oh, it's already hashing on the side, so you're always using up those extra 10 to 25.
It can be used for multiple purposes. I mean, this is like everything else. It might as well not exist. This thing is as real as whatever Intel is allegedly going to release, because unless they can make more than 7 of them and keep them in stock,
keep them under $500, please.
Well, they do make this point. Okay, what are your thoughts on this, Jordan? Because let me tell you about the old times. I just casually got up the day of release for the 2060. Went to NVIDIA.com. Like, oh, look, that's out today. Okay, $349. Then they charged me shipping on top of that. That was it. That's how we used to buy video cards back in the day of release.
You could go to a store and just walk away with one.
No, I mean, if I was feeling fancy, yes, but I wanted that Founders Edition. So that was $349 for the 2060. Is this going to be for the Intel competition, or is this going to be like is it going to be under $300 is what I'm getting at, Jordan? I mean,
yeah, we were talking about a little bit about this in the pre super shows, but yeah, like MSRP is one thing, but given the demand for the GPUs, like availability is the chief determiner of price at this point. Yeah. So like, and we're already seeing bots like clear out online retailers. Any sort of brick and mortar retailers have shady back channel deals that they make with the night manager. Like, yes. I don't know what the availability is going to be, and I genuinely don't think it's going to be any cheaper than anything you can get currently. Maybe the advantage here is you might be able to get it, period.
How do you think they're going to play ball with this? Because Jensen does not like to lose. Intel does not like to lose. Would it be above and beyond NVIDIA to have been sitting and stockpiling these things for the past year just so they could put out, because that's my strat for, we've been talking about fabs. Who was fabbing, not Samsung, but TSMC?
TSMC, yeah.
So they're dealing with that. Nobody's fabbing their own silicon for these things. Is it just going to be this war? Because I see that is the strategy for Intel. I feel like a sports commentator. I want to start drawing circles and shit back here.
John Madden here, right? Talking to you about GPUs.
An Intel strategy, a very valid strategy, is to flood the market to the point to where there's no profit incentive for scalping or miners. There's too many to be bought, which gets you that market share, period, because, it's like, oh, I'll buy all the pallets. I'm like, good, we got 6 more right here. You want to buy them? Like, I'm out of money now.
So, like, you say that, but the amount of capital that a lot of these farms are putting up to clear out anywhere of GPUs wouldn't surprise me, as even if the availability was like better.
Can I give you an
they
example?
would not be gone. Sure.
They're dealing with an unknown quantity with the Intel stuff. They don't know what the mining performance is. I
suppose so, but
unless Intel's out there like, hey man, we want to give out some samples to all the mining farms.
I don't think it matters because
they
are just going to buy an entire pallet, test one. If it does poorly, then they're going to scalp it on eBay.
Or they're going to be able to scalp it if Intel's like, that's one pallet. We got 1,000 more every day. So good luck scalping.
They're going to try. Whether or not they're going to be able to, they're going to try.
they certainly have a lot more money than sense. So anything's possible.
Yes.
So I will say, if this thing is, here's the truth of it. Depending on availability, if they manage to make this a sub $300 card, I might upgrade to it, but I don't consider that an upgrade. It is just going to allow me to do stuff at UHD. It's going to allow me to play Cybertruck without it running out of the 6 gigs. But I'm not going to be happy. And what I said in the show notes, I will buy the Intel card out of fuck, mother, and spite if it's available. So there we go. Good. Same story, bad times, everyone. Speaking of Cybertrucks.
Yeah, as the people behind originally the Cyberpunks and the Witchers and whatnot are now joining forces with their storefront, GOG, because, well, apparently, according to the News Plus article here, after a year of losses where GOG was down, what was it, 2.2 million? They were in the red for 2.2 million for last year, which is bad. Everything considered, everyone was home. A lot of people wanted to play video games, and you'd think with everyone wanting a GOG version of a video game that the store would be doing better. It is not. So yes, they're deciding to join forces and refocus and probably fire a bunch of people and focus on what GOG used to GOG about. And it's kind of, I can see it. It's kind of hard to see the advantages of GOG when they were just trying to compete with Steam instead of doing what everyone actually wanted them to do, which was to get older games to work on newer versions of Windows, because that usually made it so that you could run them easily and whine. And yeah, people will throw around it's DRM free. GOG is amazing because it's DRM free. Yeah, there's already a bunch of games on GOG with multiplayer versions that are tied to the Galaxy client that you can't play multiplayer at all unless you're running Galaxy. So that argument goes out the window.
Yeah, I mean, it's good that they're recognizing that they can't compete with Steam on Steam's level, and they gotta wheel things back. Also, apparently, they're cutting funding from their trading card game their section as well. Gwent isn't doing as well as they would have hoped because
they tried the Hearthstone Gwent so bad and they failed.
I mean, despite the fact that Activision is still a gigantic piece of shit, Hearthstone is still doing pretty well. And if that's a little too baby mode for you, MTG Arena exists. And that game has been tested for literally 20 years. Yeah, you might as well.
To kind of throw this down, what those two are talking about is basically what GOG wants you to take away from this. They're like, hey man, we're restructuring. We're getting back to our roots. But they're really fucking doing, the only thing they're really doing is they're lancing off the Gwent Consortium because that was hurting the fucking bottom line. This is a bunch of words around this one thing that will once again return GOG to profitability. This was sucking it down. So yeah, that's kind of the story. I mean, a bunch of feel-good shit that nothing's going to change. Same story as always, but we're getting rid of this bullshit Gwent thing. Our bad for our pocketbook.
It's GOG's artifact. Quite literally, yeah. They tried and failed, just like Artifact.
Okay,
so,
we've all played Witcher, I think. Pedro, have you ever played Witcher?
Yeah. I played through the first Witcher. Witcher 2, I got angry at one point halfway through the game. It was getting a bit annoying. And then there was the whole virtual programming thing where I got a refund from Steam before refunds were a thing.
I know, but it's Pedro, man. There's
yeah, the answer to this question is yes.
I've never played a game of Gwent outside of like the tutorial thing in Witcher 3 that makes you.
The only card game I think I ever played in like any RPG was Pazak and KOTOR, and that was it.
And
I was never into like Triple Triad or any of that stuff.
I'm not against card
I like
games.
Triple Triad in Final Fantasy VIII.
I don't need gameception. I'm kind of against games within games, man. Like, come on.
Unless it's Pony Island.
Always that. Hey, maybe we could stream some Pony Island.
Maybe we could do it for the memes. Yeah. So
meme distros. You can stream on
meme distros for I'm all about the meme distros. So you may have heard about this Linus guy, a different Linus, who has been having some trouble getting his live streaming shit running under Linux after using it for only 2 days. But yeah, so the Fedora project has decided that they want to start addressing some of these issues. So they've created this new special interest group. It's called the Live Streaming Compatibility Initiative. And what they're hoping to do is enumerate a lot of common pain points, come up with workarounds for them, identify commonly used pieces of hardware, software, try to get them functioning under Linux, try to find alternatives to things that already exist. There's a full-on list of them. They raised a VAPI issue that apparently got fixed in FFmpeg, but there might still be a Mesa component to it. They're talking about how to interface with like NVENC and AMD. Yeah, you're shit out of luck. You're stuck using VAPI because AMF or the graphics video, whatever GCV or whatever that AMD supports, that's their equivalent of NVENC, is not exposed except in the proprietary drivers, which no one is using because they are a poo-poo. But the one advantage here is Fedora, with the backing of Red Hat, IBM, whatever you want to call it, does have a lot of open communication channels with hardware vendors, and that's going to be a good way to get stuff like Elgato or some of the other more bespoke pieces of software that are currently only available on Linux to have some level of compatibility, or under Windows to have some level of compatibility with Linux. Well, Ben has some issues with the list, though.
I did. Hey, I gotta give them credit. Somebody watched the show on Wednesday where, Jill and Pedro were trying to tag team me. I'm like, where's DaVinci Resolve? That is the premier video editor on Linux. And it was like, open source. I'm like, well, they need to say this is a Fedora and open source only because which they didn't. Now, it's good to see DaVinci Resolve is at least on the list. I'm going to say good work for that. And I like the idea of having, a distribution or whatever, reaching out to companies in a official capacity. That's good to see. It is. Now, I'll say it again because I said it Wednesday. Go ahead and list all devices and software with official Linux support. If companies are already going out of their way, and a lot of these companies officially support Red Hat on top of everything else, give them a mention, and again, I'm talking like the Major Balls. I'm talking about the Blackmagics, Audio Sciences, all the other brands. Yeah, be like, hey, all this is compatible. And if you're wondering, you're like, how would we ever find out what's compatible and not with Linux? Might I suggest a site I stumbled across? It's called LinuxGameCast. And under a hardware thing, like EVGA's XR1 Lite, that works under Linux, the Blackmagic stuff, the Magewell, how to set your Stream Deck up with a great open source project called BitFocus Companion, and all the other stuff that you might be curious about. But you might want to, use OBS. There's guides. How do I set up OBS for the first time with an audio interface, a webcam? And I try to make these as distro agnostic as possible, setting up a virtual webcam. How about HDMI audio capture with webcams and all the other? Look at that DaVinci Resolve stuff. It's all there. Take a peek at it if you get a chance. But here's something they've updated since our Wednesday show. And I quote, after some feedback, it is clear we need to define the use cases here. With while there are of course some overlap in the requirements to do news and interview shows, are not the same as the requirements if you primarily are a game streamer. You're correct, but probably not like how you think. They're higher for the games. What I was trying to get at on Wednesday's show is it doesn't matter if you're doing like a news stream or anything like what we're doing or a game stream. A shit stream's a shit stream at the end of the day. So, yeah, Jordan, do you think you might be able to log in and give him some pointers since you use Fedora? You've worked with the Fedora project in the past.
I have. Yeah, I was actually thinking of doing that when I have a couple minutes free to condense your notes into something a little more wiki friendly for these guys. Because yeah, like you put out a shit ton of resources about this, and definitely people should be looking into them because they are fairly beginner friendly. So
yeah, and the thing that I brought up on Wednesday that they still haven't listened, it's the capture cards. Why are you listing the $500 one when that $60 one that Ven has, and it is on LinuxGameCast.com if you search for capture cards.
What was that site again? I forgot already.
Yeah, LinuxGameCast.com. Never heard of it.
Phoronix.org,
right.
I think.
Okay. Well, hey,
you're listing the $500 one.
Well,
why?
Screw you, Pedro. I listed a $1,000 one. Look at that. That's a major 1100 Pro. So yeah, with your
but the XR one is right there at the top. That's the first one.
Okay, well the one next to it's $500.
Yes, the first one is just a PCIe version of the USB version that they're listing. So
no, the fuck, it's not, baby.
No, it isn't.
It's not even loaded.
There's
it doesn't just have a blue tab.
3 more ports.
It's a completely different chipset. But Pedro, tell me more about this Fantasyland.
Fantasyland? Well, you can make it look like a Fantasyland because it was one of the things that Goverlay added a while back was a teeny tiny little sync button that allows you to download all of the reshade. It just downloads the index, which then you can activate and it actually sets everything up for you.
So what the fuck's it Goverlay?
Really awesome.
Is that like a Sesame Street character?
That's Groverlay.
Nope. That would be Grover, yes. The Goverlay is a teeny tiny little application that lets you manage overlays. Stuff like VK Basalt or Mango HUD. And you can just have a screen? Yes.
What about
you have
Uplay?
a GUI.
Can it manage your Uplay?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Does it hook into Ubisoft Connect?
This is for other open source overlays like Mango HUD and VK Basalt. The new version 0.7 is out. It has a tabbed UI optimized for the Steam Deck resolution.
They need to get some marketing. It should say Goverlay cubes and shit.
The cube are that's just an example so you can see what Mango HUD is going to look like by the time you're done. And it does replay sorcery as well, which you can already do with other things like OBS. The thing that I really, really like is that sync button that basically gives you the entire index of all the custom shaders from Project Reshade, and then you can just enable the ones you really like, and then you start a game while passing that information over to VK Basalt, and you have a very good looking game. Very, very good looking. And of course, it also does the contrast adaptive sharpening, like your FSRs and whatnot. Do keep in mind, this particular version of Goverlay 0.7, you're going to need libqt Pascal, which was not a requirement previously, but it is now.
My favorite part
Listen,
of
as soon as I get done
0.7.
installing this font, I'll take a look.
No, you'll uninstall GNOME, Ben. Don't do it.
Shut up, mean distro.
No, my favorite feature about Goverlay version 0.7 is the fact that you can now stick Mango HUD right smack dab in the middle of your screen. So when you're live streaming your shit, you can be like, look at all my firps, motherfucker.
You could already do that.
with Mango HUD regularly.
Yes.
But now you can click your way through it.
Now you can click your way through it and be
yes,
like,
now you can GUI your way to it.
You know what, Goverlay? Put some next buttons in there, make them feel at home.
There's a back button.
There's a
that does
save
nothing.
button.
It
There's
doesn't
a
have to
save
do.
button.
It doesn't have to do anything. It just put an X button on there so you can click on it. Get the feels like, yeah, no, it's more.
No,
like
we just need more arbitrary progress bars. Just pop them up. Yeah, wherever.
So this leads me to believe that there's a non-opinionated template.
I mean, yeah, it's just called an empty Git repo. This is a Godot game template. It's an opinion, as Ben said, it's an opinionated template for Godot 3.4. What that really means is that it's a handy dandy boilerplate for your Godot project. If you're looking to get started on a new thing, it has a bunch of canned GitHub actions to push your builds out to itch. It does continuous integration, so you can get builds as soon as you commit, which is really, really nice. It also has some basic support for scene switching in development mode and a pause button feature. So you don't have to worry about that. A couple games on GitHub are actually using this as their base. And again, it's very bare bones, but it's Karato! Potato Domo, no!
Right.
Karutonagas.
Yeah, no Potato Domo. Don't do it. But yeah. So there you go. If you're looking to start a new project in Godot, you don't want to set up a bunch of boilerplate stuff, or maybe you just need something to get started so you can start playing around with scenes. This is for you. Sandy dandy. Go check it out via Git. Yeah.
It's the thing. I wanted to give it a mention. I thought it was kind of neat. Now, maybe, just maybe, Godot's not your thing. Maybe. But you still crave that pure open sourciness, none of the Unity, none of the Epic, Unreal Engine, because it's like, we got to start paying them money after a minute.
Unreal Engine's a little too lightweight for me. I want something heavier.
Maybe you want your 3D engine to crush pixels.
I want to make my own Crisis, damn it.
The Open 3D Foundation has announced the first major release of Open 3D Engine. So, yeah, clever naming, ODE, O3DE. We've talked about this a while back. This is the bastard stepchild of the Lumberyard thing. So it's Crytek with most of the numbers filed off, but it's completely open source and there's no gotchas in it anywhere. And I'm very happy to see a truly open source AAA game engine on Linux. Granted, nobody would have ever guessed it would have been based on Crytek, ever. But it does come in, you can download it right now, which I tried to do. There's nightly builds and there's the official stable build. Both of which Debbie and 11 told me to get wrecked trying to launch because it needs Clang 12 and curl 4. I'm like, you know what? Not dicking with that. But yeah, if you're looking to play around with it, I think this could get some traction because there's no catches after a certain amount or restrictive. I mean, this is legitimately just open source. I look forward to somebody going, no, you mean source available? Fuck no, I don't.
No, Amazon really tried to do something with this engine and decided they can't, and so they foisted it onto the Linux Foundation. But yeah, I'm happy to see that Open Crytek, aka Libre Lumberyard, gets its first point release, and it comes with a handy dandy Linux version of the editor. That's a big one that a lot of engines don't really provide. They provide the ability to export to Linux, but no way to actually develop.
This one does export to Linux.
This one does export to Linux as well. And so I had to refresh my memory, what the fuck games are actually using Lumberyard. And lo and behold, you can officially make your own Star Citizen with blackjack and hookers. Mm-hmm. And I wonder if someone starts right now, will they finish before Star Citizen proper gets released?
Come on,
it depends. Are they going to run their own crowdfunding campaign, and then are they going to keep running the crowdfunding campaign after the original game is already over?
I just want to know if they can catch up. If with the exact same tool chain, can they catch up? Can they do it fast?
I think it's kind of interesting. I like that this is there, and just clone it, play with it, do what you're going to do, and make sure you're running Debian testing. Debian 11.
Yeah,
I'd love to see a game built with this. Just show me what it looks like. Give me the pump action captain.
It's called Snow. You remember that? It ran at 720p.
Oh, right. Hard nopes your system.
Yeah. So maybe someone can do a little better.
And you got to look at it like this. I mean, I think everyone would agree. Unreal Engine 4 has a Linux editor despite Epic's best efforts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can thank the community for that one. Epic had
100%.
Nothing to do with it.
100%. All right.
So coming up next, we gotta stop talking about Linux games because now it's time to talk about DOS games. We're throwing chairs at Monster Bash.
Pixels.
He did the bash. He did the monster bash.
Oh.
It was a graveyard smash.
All right. So yeah, if Amazon Linux gets renamed to yes, I take partial responsibility.
AWS too?
You already have 2 of the developers considering it.
Yeah, I do.
Yep.
That's what you get for making a joke on a show. Like
Yep.
the AWS people start showing up and like,
You know what? Yeah.
that works. Yeah, what's your
that's-
stack? Oh, yes.
So are we updating yes? 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 No.
Oh no. Well,
Aw.
there is a package for yes. So shit, man, it's gonna get real confusing.
Something tells me marketing can power through it, though.
This is an IPX 80. From Smock.
Schmuck. You weird
Smock.
schmuckers.
Just Smock. It's smoke
right.
without an E at the end.
Are you smocking yet?
And I only bought it because the store that I buy my vape stuff from is like, oh, you're a regular client. You can have this for like 50% off. Okay, how much is 50% off? Oh, 15 pounds. Okay, send me.
All right.
I am vaping. I don't even. This is not one flavor. This is like 3
Are you-
flavors mixed because I had 3 of the concentrate bottles right at the end. It's like, okay.
No, he's just
It's
straight
good
up
enough.
vaping Belle Delphine bathwater. That's what it's been the entire time.
Turns out it's healthier for you than.
No, yeah.
Let's see what we have over at vote.linuxgamecast. Liquor of laptops coming in first.
Damn it.
Not that strong. Fun of wisdom. Second place. England
I said
Lies.
like her. Come on.
Shut up. We know what you really meant.
I have yet to lick one of my laptops.
Shut up, Beam Distro.
Never.
Jordan.
Come on, we can do Shut Up, Mean Distro with cover art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's Empty? God damn it. Empty. Can we say his name 3 times like Candyman and he shows up? Empty, empty, empty.
Yeah, no, I stay away from the pre-baked liquids because they tend to be very expensive. So I just buy the teeny tiny little concentrate bottles and they last me for a good long while.
Oh, look at you, princess, buying pre-made concentrate.
He's only a princess if it's running at 60 frames a second at 1080p.
It does have a teeny tiny little LCD screen. I can't tell you what
You
the
got
refresh
LCD?
rate is, but
I got OLED.
yeah, no, this is LCD.
No. Princess. I guess that's a proper display for a princess. Mine's got Bluetooth that I can't fucking cut off.
This one does not have Bluetooth.
That
and
breaks the Wi-Fi
puff
on my
counter-
Samsung tablet.
The puff counter resets whenever it hits 9999. So yeah,
This is fascinating. My puff counter is 6 digits.
mine's
what-
4.
How many puffs? How many puffs?
Since I bought this thing, 51,000.
All right. Pedro? How many puffs?
Mine's reset many times.
He's flipped it
right
twice
now. It
during the
says
show,
3076.
So that's how you lie to yourself about your nicotine intake. Got it. If I keep resetting
Yes.
the puff counter, then it's like I'm down to 1 glass of wine a day, and the glass is like fucking
Big.
yeah, giant fucking torso-sized glass.
Let me see if I get everything lined up for this. Yeah, we're good. Good to see.
I need my hood. Where is it? Where did I put it?
5 L's.
Ah.
Alright, so I need to be there. Yes. And that's good. I don't know. Do you get any from
I stopped
caffeine
measuring my caffeine intake.
Yeah, when I was like 12.
Down that road, only madness lies.
I don't really monitor my caffeine intake. I'm trying to not drink caffeine after like 4, but
Are you still at a point in your life where caffeine does fuck a roll? Like you could tell? Like
so for me it doesn't give me energy, it levels me out.
because I can like I'm probably speaking for Pedro as well. I could slam Red Bulls and take a nap.
Yeah, I can
I'll
do
have
I can do
coffee, a
naps.
really strong coffee, and I'll feel really sleepy. And if I like cozy up, it's like,
Do you do caffeine naps?
no. I try. That's why I try to avoid caffeine altogether.
Well, the idea is like if you slam a cup of coffee and like sleep for 20 minutes, like soups up the nap.
Speed nap,
Okay,
power nap.
I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah, coffee naps. Apparently they work for some people. I can't fall asleep super fast. It usually takes me like an hour to pass out.
Well, like during the wintertime when it's in an acceptable temperature, I probably go through 45 cups of tea a day. So
I'll have 7. It's usually 7, 8 if it's a really long day. But yeah, 7's usually my cutoff point.
My consumption of caffeine is purely dictated by my access to it. Like I have to go upstairs to go to the coffee machine, and that stops me from getting refills more often than not. When I was working in an office and they had like a thing you could just go and press a button, I was drinking like 5-6 cups of coffee a day. Like, yeah. Well, yeah, caffeine is like hyper addictive. Basically, you either keep drinking coffee or just don't at all. That's the strat.
I just go with tea. Like as long as I got tea. I mean, hell, even my water has caffeine in it. But
Give me Earl Grey. This is caffeine concentration of a cup of coffee. It's like, okay, give me.
It's pronounced tea. Earl Grey, hot. Damn it.
Safety Wizard Bird. Oh, they put a VLC thing in there. Okay. Are they still updating that game?
Did they make the
There
skating
was
not
an
suck?
update.
Right. Can I make
I
the
think the
camera
skating
work
is
properly?
already done. Yeah,
Debatable.
The camera is still contentious at this point.
All right, everyone. We're going to do the Chairquisition.
What are you talking about, ass? Alan was always a bird.
Locked and locked. And the recording's good. All right.
Make sure I don't choke on some turkey.
Hey, man, I'm watching that like you're watching Pedro's holding up laptops. I'm just like, maybe.
3 chairs.
Yeah.
3. Yeah, just spit it out. 2 chairs.
Right. Let me see. 3, 2.
Welcome back to the Chairquisition. We're here to take your game, run it on a bunch of different Linux distributions, with a bunch of different hardware behind it, and tell you what we think based on our super scientific lawn chair metric. This week we're taking a look at Monster Bash 8D by Amberheart Games, done on the Unity engine. You can pick it up for about $10 US. What is it? A Poogie's Bash 'em and Smash 'em adventure plunges Johnny Dash into the evil underworld of Count Chuckula. It's Count Chuck, whatever. When his dog Tex is kidnapped by Count Chuck along with hundreds of other dogs and cats. We gotta thank Stride PR for sending us some keys for this. And yeah, I guess we were just going down the line. So
You know what?
Ben,
I'll let Pedro go first this week.
all right. Okay.
Okay.
Very gracious.
Well, over here on KDE Neon with the Ryzen 7 3700X and the GTX 1080. Bit of an overkill, but yeah, it holds, it launches out of the box, and it holds 144 at 2560 by 1440. Yeah, that's
Why are
really
you trying
important
to kick
for
the
that
broom's
kind of
ass?
game.
Beat.
The sounds, they're amazing. I do love the sounds. The sounds when you kill one of the floating skulls, one of those that you see on screen right now, they make a really awesome dying sound, and I like that. The graphics are as you remember them, but they now support 16:9 resolutions and higher refresh rates, so that's good. Now, I do have to ask, what's wrong with your face? I mean, your controller layout. Left on the D-pad is down on the menu, and right is up. And which means you're effectively forced to platform with the analog stick, which in a game when you're just moving in effectively like 8 directions, you really want that D-pad, but no, you gotta use the analog stick for that. Do you really want a new generation of people to hate your game? Honestly, I'd recommend playing with the keyboard, because that's clearly what this was made for, and the HD remaster doesn't seem to have the technical chops to change that. Is it fun? Well, it's an RPG platformer. You make the dude skinnier and give him a pogo stick, and you have Keen Dreams. Johnny Dash there is already wearing the pajamas, so away you go. Unlike the Keen games, however, which had very, very good overworld exploration and actively rewarded you for doing said exploration, this is your traditional action platformer, which means you either have to finish a level for the part time, or you 100% everything. There's still plenty to explore in each level. Each level is actually very, very big, but this is exactly the kind of game which I played non-stop back in the 90s. Not this one specifically, but I played most of the Keen games. I played Keen 1, 3, and 4. I played Crystal Caves. I played Secret Agent, and these are just the ones from Apogee.
Apogee.
Apogee, whatever. There were so many others that I played, because this was the genre at the time. But yeah, it's this one, Monster Bash, is just more of that. And I'm still not at a point where I enjoy this specific genre yet. So 2 chairs for me. It's perfectly agreeable. It's just not great.
Okay, well, on Fedora 35 64-bit with the R9 3900X and the GTX 1080 Ti, my god, everything works. It's a Unity port of a fucking DOS game, you guys. Come on. Like Pedro said, the controller layout is jacked, but I would rather platform with the controller. Thank you very much. Fun-wise, I never played any of the Apogee platformers as a kid, so I got zero nostalgia for any of this. It's not awful. I think definitely like most games of the time, it's definitely like most of the games of that era, but in 2021, almost 2022 now, because it's the end of December, or close to the end of December, it means that the game definitely shows us age. Gameplay-wise, I'm really reminded of Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, minus the whole turning into a robot and murdering people, and then getting into a TIE fighter thing. Run around, save the puppies and the kitties, get to the exit. And, you know, I can't blame it for being faithful to the original. I maybe would have liked it better if they modernized the game, add some more like features, but this is just a straight up remaster. It's a faithful one. I'll give it 2 chairs because it is what it says on the tin. It's not pretending to be anything else. I just wish it was a little more.
Okay, what you've been waiting for. How does it perform on a Threadripper? Well, let's take a look. You know, this is Unity again in 2021. That means it's probably going to work out of the box. And it does. Full screen windowed. Now, it is maxed out at 1600p, which I thought was kind of curious, but outside of that, I really didn't run into any issues. Controller picked up as well. Xbox One X controller, no problems. Having the PC speaker sound effect, having that mode, that was a nice touch. I enjoyed that. It's like, does this really do it? It's like, oh, I remember those days. I remember those days when sound cards were luxury items. Now, we're going to talk about fun. So, the original game was like 13 megabytes. So what does the additional 125 megabytes of the remake get you? It gets you a stark reminder of how absolute shit PC platforming was in 1993. That's what it does. This released around the same time as games like Duke Nukem 2, Biomenace, and Electroman. All terribly terabad. Seriously, this is why we had consoles back in the day. This is Monster Bash with like a mild graphics bump, so it's not going to like really piss off anyone aesthetic-wise, but that's about it. No quality of life improvements, as Jordan was saying. for 2021. That's kind of a must when you compare it with something like Wonder Boy, the Dragon Strap. You might
where you could switch.
Yeah, complete remake, real upgrade. Now you might understand why I'm a little let down by this. It does have some user levels, which might be a nice touch, but I couldn't figure out how to access them. Good luck if you want to try that out. And I don't understand why, as a game, Monster Bash HD exists, but it does. So my suggestion, play the original in your browser, shed a singular tear for those of us who lived through the dark times of platforming on PC back in the day. But, it is functional. It is kind of priced to sell. It's reasonably cheap. No serious complaints around $9.99. But, to the thing, you got to think about it. Like compared to something like Wonder Boy, which was a full remake. Now, granted, that game is like $14, or like the Double Fine stuff, it's been updated for modern systems. Jordan, wouldn't you kind of rather see maybe tighter controls, better integration? I mean, it's got achievements and shit.
Yeah, I mean, the controls are fine, but I don't know, maybe some better animation. Maybe just treat it like a modern game and just sort of try to port the levels over. Again, it's like that lazy remaster thing. Not to whatever the makers of this game, but it doesn't do much. And if you've already played this game, it's not really gonna blow your mind. It's not gonna blow your mind if you haven't played this game either, because you've probably played better platformers that have learned from this game's mistakes. And I kind of wish that this remake learned from its own. So,
all right, well, we'll bounce out of here. That's gonna do it for the Chairquisition. Coming up next, hate mail, not one piece, but two.
Ooh, evil. Yeah, I was a little mystified by what was going on with the return video.
I don't know. Jetseeks is
No, it's Jordan.
Too hot for Twitch. All right, I'm gonna get out of here and I'll rejoin. All right, Mr. Jetseeks, log in. Do the thing. Because it reset my UVC profile.
They could be having an issue in their data center. I don't know.
Could be. I don't know how time works, Mr. Foxdog. I keep forgetting.
Zool. Is there a Zool remake?
Like the Ghostbusters villain?
No, like the video game.
Zool. Ninja of the Nth Dimension. Never played it. Remaster, released in August 2021 by Sumo Digital. And it comes with a free ROM of the Mega Drive version, apparently.
That, if it's a legitimate ROM, cool.
Yeah.
This is how you know Nintendo just has so much fuck you money that they won't just have an open, even at $5 a pop, people would buy legitimate ROMs for their
Oh yeah, good luck tracking down a physical copy of Earthbound. That shit'll run you $400. But then they can justify, oh well, we're bringing back the Super Nintendo Classic. Go pay us $80 for a fucking emulator. You can play in a browser.
You can play your N64 games. How many? All of them? 5. Are they faithful-ish? Give us money. Fuck you. Every month. Aha. There's a ROM. Apparently, yeah. So you get a Zool ROM.
Yeah, it comes with the game.
It's pretty dope.
Comes with Zombocom.
There is no Dana, only Zool.
Zombo ROM.
Zombo ROM. This is the true truth. I was talking, Pedro was informed that they've turned Trackmania into a live service.
Yeah, the 2020 version. Why? The subscription privilege to play the worst version of Ocarina of Time. Yep. That seems to be the chief complaint when it comes to the backwards compatibility that Nintendo is currently offering. It's like the Zelda is like, that's the worst one. Why?
I don't know. I went through the trouble of like compiling the reverse engineered version of Zelda, but that's as far as I got. And it's like, then I gotta put it in a nut. I never get around to ordering the N64 controller. Bye, Pedro.
I'm still here.
Uh-huh.
Even if Jitsi is doing its best for me not to be here.
Have you done something to the Atlantic Ocean?
I peed in it a little, but
Yes, I too peed in the Atlantic Ocean many, many times when I was a child.
Well, it looks like those chickens have come home to roost.
those urine chickens.
This is literally our spooled up Jitsi server for LG's.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been working fine right up until today.
It doesn't need a beefy server, though.
It doesn't. You can throw all the horsepower you want at a Jitsi server. It doesn't. I mean, you can run Jitsi off of probably like a Core 2 Duo. It's all bandwidth.
I just like the idea that like the atomic acid is just drinking seawater. That explains
Yes.
so much. So much.
Explain those lips.
And the constant diarrhea.
Pull up the Jitsi box and see if anything's going cray cray. No.
No.
No. I'm using about 40% load.
Could be just like a backbone hiccup.
That's gotta be it. I mean, it's doing 10 megabits
Got
out,
it.
7 megabits in.
Got the little piece of shit.
Do your victory lap. Damn.
Now eat it.
Right.
Eat its heart.
No. I
Eat
want
it.
one fly smudge.
Hey man, no one likes a backbone hiccup. Really, Tack? Gotta thank the vacuum cleaner.
What?
Well, I just Takashi Sakamoto. He's the guy I talk to a lot.
No, also, dude.
Yeah, Colonel May did it. I'm just seeing like his stack of Motus, like back here to the left. That's like the track 16, which is a big chungus, and he's got 2 828s. What is that? Thank you for 20. What is that? 20 years of working. Pedro, you're the weed.
I can't read kanji.
Scott! Scott! Read the moon speak! Read the moon speak, Scott!
I can
Say
understand
something in
bits and
Moonspeak.
pieces of spoken Japanese, but I cannot read kanji for the life of me.
Thank you for your hard work for 20. All right, all right. I was
I
going off
guess the thing
context
dies.
clues.
The vacuum cleaner is finally dead.
I mean, 20 years for one of those vacuums is pretty good.
You would assume. I gave my vacuum away when I moved here. Because I don't have carpet. You have carpet, don't you?
No.
Nowhere?
Nope.
Have you given away your vacuum yet?
I never owned a vacuum.
Oh.
Oh, it was my like it was back when I was living with Tom. His mom gave him that vacuum as just like here, have a vacuum.
It's one of those things you're supposed to have.
Yeah, I've just been like rocking and rolling with a broom and dustpan for a while. I would like a vacuum.
To leave the jitsi room and come back.
That's what I did, and it seemed to have stabilized. Maybe.
Possibly.
I mean, now that I've said it out loud, it's not going to work, so get fucked.
Looks good. Don't worry, we got plenty of 10 gigabyte fiber running in the background.
Yep.
Bye. I don't know. Let me do that. It's reasonably safe on your box to bounce in and out. So let me see.
Fire!
Ryan? Where's Pedro?
Where's Pedro? There's Pedro. There he is.
I am most certainly not.
Let me log in.
As soon as you go full screen.
Connection issue? I've seen what it does. Now I'm playing with it.
Just poking at things to see what
Yeah.
happens.
How's my download? Yeah, I think we're good there. Okay, it's not a download issue.
Did you install any
Says I'm
unnecessary
sending you
fonts?
3.2 megabits per second.
Yeah, it's looking good. So I cut that back on. I don't know. It's enough to get through the 8 mile segment. But before I do that, I'm going to log into the fiber switch and find out if I have a misfunctioning module. Something. SFP. DBM's good. Is anybody overheating? No, everybody's at 20 and 30C. That's good. Are we shitting any errors? No. Alright, so it's not here. Alright.
Somewhere.
It's
in
somewhere.
between.
Right, somewhere in a couple of 1,000 kilometers. There might be a hiccup.
Yes.
Oh, jeez. That's always kind of, when you really want to start complaining, you're like, oh no, the video's pixelated.
Well, no, you got to complain about you using a Threadripper. That's the most egregious.
Oh yeah, why would you use a Threadripper for gaming?
See? You broke it, Pedro. There we go.
It was just a little hiccup.
Why would you use a Threadripper for gaming? Why would you? I don't know. Like I didn't get that memo, man. It was kind of unfortunate when they were handing out the CPUs you can use to play video games.
I don't know. The gatekeeping that happens on Linux subreddits is beyond me sometimes. And I'm the entitled Linux user, so that's saying something.
Just sitting there going, so you're saying it's a better way to demonstrate?
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. The Squeaky Linus also put together a Threadripper like Linus Torvalds, specifically just to see.
Did he put Windows 11 on it?
No, he put Windows 10 at the time.
Aw. So we're going to do the hate mail while the hating's good.
Mm-hmm.
Before Jordan falls into a...
Turkey coma,
Yep.
tryptophan. Yeah.
Blip, blip. Don't worry. Audio's fine. So...
Video never worked on Linux anyways, so.
Yeah, welcome to Bizarro World.
Yeah, audio doesn't work. Videos never worked.
Fonts don't work. Text doesn't work.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, this is spouting the benefits of having video on one system and audio on the other.
Yes.
Redundancy. Plus, WebRTC audio sounds like poo.
After the Sonobus has graced our ears, yes, there's a noticeable difference.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a difference, like when Jordan's sending me uncompressed PCM 16. Like, yeah, sounds a little better.
Not much though.
I mean,
no, it's garbage coming out of the source
fair.
over PCM 16. So.
All right. That's
High
recording.
quality trash.
That's recording. Best quality trash. Nothing but the best for our viewers. All right. And 3, 2, crash.
It didn't crash, but hey, wouldn't you know it? You made it
Now
to the
crashed.
end. So you probably didn't crash either. Unless you're watching this while driving, please don't. Listen to us while driving, yes. But don't watch it.
I don't know if that's any better,
really,
man. I mean, you might just get...
You really don't need to be watching. No, it's okay.
Did you turn into Kermit the Frog for a second?
Momentarily, yes.
It's not easy being Pedro.
But yeah, no, if you'd like to tell me about my momentary Kermit the Frog moment, that was a weird sentence. You can go to LinuxGameCast.com and hit the contact button. There's a form you gotta fill to send us some hate mail for this show. Make sure you pick LGC Weekly as the show that you're sending your hate mail to. Otherwise, we may be misinclined to interpret that as some constructive feedback for that Wednesday show where Jill is. Frogman burn him. Oh yeah, Crazy Frog is coming back. That's a bit of random trivia. Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, up first, I kind of alluded to it. The developers reached out and touched us about, what was the name of the game?
Yes.
And here's your reward because you followed instructions. We're reaching out on behalf of a Glide company. It's all so close to Megacorp. I really want to
Mega Poop.
Sokoban style puzzle game. Not long after they decided to make the game compatible with Linux too, they have a few Linux enthusiasts on the team as well. So
very nice.
Yeah. But this was pretty nice. Focused on game podcast, which might be interested in trying it out. So we're reaching out to you, sending us 3 keys.
Ooh,
very nice.
For the play. We hope you enjoy the game. So there's your extra bonus plug, Luca, because you've proven that you can read. And I say that as thank you, because so often this is not the case.
It's a very low bar to clear.
Dude.
It really is.
Man.
The requirement is, okay, you're going to send us keys? Cool. Send us 3. Please.
Nope.
And PR people for Rob Riches. Very good job.
Well done.
Very good job indeed.
Well done. Thank you. Now, On to our little bit of hate mail for this week. Evil Valve, because we all know Valve is nothing but a soulless money-grubbing corporation, which we called a soulless money-grubbing corporation, but we did bring up last week, 484, go back and watch that, that they haven't really done anything evil yet, right?
I mean, the evil stuff they're doing is revenue related. You can go to the spin.
That's 3 so far. Dish related edits I have to make this week.
I can take this one, but yes.
Right.
On episode 484, you mentioned Valve being an evil company that hasn't really shown its evil side yet. They've done something pretty evil, though. They normalized DRM through Steam. I'm not saying we should go out and abandon them or that all games on Steam use DRM, just that they did something that falls into the evil category. Now, most of the games on Steam don't actually have DRM. I guess what Spurk here means is that Valve normalized the needing to have a client running to launch the games. Because yes, there are quite a few games that, even if they don't have any kind of really draconian DRM, the likes of Denuvo,
they take advantage of the Steam runtime.
Yes, they do still require the Steam client to be running, and if you try to run them, it'll go, oh, you need to have Steam running so we can use the Steamworks functionality that we've built into our game. Some people call that DRM, and if you want to do that, sure, but like I mentioned earlier in the show...
Let's be honest, Pedro, if that's the argument, you got them on the ropes.
Well, that's the thing. If this is DRM, if just having that requirement for the client is DRM, then I'm sorry, but there's quite a few games on GOG that have DRM because they require the Galaxy client to be running if you want to play them online.
There's a big nuanced discussion to be had here about like hard DRM versus soft DRM. Valve clearly sides towards like the soft DRM side of the argument, because they do support it.
Do you think it would be fair to say Valve kind of leans towards the indifferent? That's up to you, bro.
A little bit. Well, I mean, Steam has come out as a solution to the piracy problem by saying, "Yo, we're going to try and make the service as convenient as possible to reduce the advantages of software piracy." But if you wanna show some ire towards people promoting DRM, you might want to turn that towards the W3C, because they basically allowed vast majority of entertainment companies to roll in, say you must implement encrypted media extensions that probably will in a couple of years tie into TPM 2.0, which that will be fun if you want to watch Netflix on anything other than Windows 11.
You get what Amazon's doing right now with Prime Video on Linux. You get 480p. It's not even 720. It's like 480 because that's really
watching
low
your Prime
resolution.
Video on Amazon is just go watch it on a mobile device. Same experience.
Yes.
Yeah. But it's your point. I mean, if you want like 100% like normalized, like as soon as you start getting on the DRM train, you're getting awfully close to like the open source train as well.
I disagree with that. I think that DRM plays a role. There is an argument. I wouldn't say it's necessarily a good argument, but there is an argument in favor of it. It's the implementation therein. It's like blockchain, right? Like there's a good idea in there, but implementation is poo-poo because they took the laziest
I do want to address what Strider said, because Pedro wasn't the one who said it. It was Jordan, but he brought up we're talking about online functionality of the games.
That was
I mentioned that. Yeah, I mentioned that, and you want an example? Okay. The space exploration, No Man's Sky. If you get the GOG version of that game, the only way that you're getting any online functionality is via the Galaxy client. I know there's more. I can't remember any more off the top of my head, but that's the one that
I think Shadow Warrior 2 as well, because I had to buy that game because we got it for free off GOG.
Oh, here's here's an easier one, Shank 2.
Online. There's games that require the Galaxy client for the online functionality. There's games that require Steam for their online functionality. So does that count as DRM nowadays, does it?
If I'm trying to win the argument, yes.
Then, sorry, but GOG games are not DRM free. Not all of them, anyway.
Well, this was like, and it's like wherever you want to draw the line, because this was one of the things I was really hoping that they were not going to come back as a retort with the meme distro streaming wiki. It was like, no, we only want to cover open source hardware and software solutions, because Pedro was hitting me. He was like, but, DaVinci Resolve is not open source. And like, but you can't be willfully ignorant of it existing if you're trying to do a legitimate guide.
I think Fedora in that case is definitely trying to play a bit of have their cake and eat it too, where they're saying like, we will make it easy to support this, but we're not going to provide internally a method of installation.
Oh, right.
Which I think is like a decent compromise.
Like, I think they should definitely have a guide for like because there's more than one steps you need to do to get your Fedora box up to the point where you can play the games in stream, because it's not an out of the box experience. As I meant to ask you,
if you're on NVIDIA.
If you're
on AMD, if you're on AMD, you're good to go.
What about so it does ship with an FFmpeg with NVIDIA code
for AMD GPUs?
No, for NVIDIA.
Yeah, it does. If you install OBS Studio via RPM Fusion, it's
no. I'm talking about FFmpeg with
FFmpeg. That's also provided via RPM Fusion, if I recall correctly.
So you have to install a different thing. Or is RPM Fusion
third-party
something?
repo? Yes.
So this is what I'm asking. Is there anything?
But they do tell you that they do give you an option to enable it in install time now. So
okay.
Like again, we're not going to stop you from doing it. We're just not going to give you the way to do it natively. Which I get.
Yeah, you can't just do it like Ubuntu does it with a single tick box, and you have the NVIDIA drivers installed by the time you reboot into your cell.
This is always interesting. Where you can do it like the way Pop does it, which I think is a right way of like, hey, look, your system works when you install our operating system.
Yeah, it's the ISO for NVIDIA and the ISO for the Intels and the AMDs. Like, there.
Just don't try to install Steam, or you'll remove your desktops and all your phones.
I think you can now. I think they fixed that after the video came out.
Hey, man, I'll have you know, Pop OS
nothing
has
on
a
Linux
very
ever gets
particular stance against some particular DRM implementations. It just happens. You can't pirate if you can't desktop. Ooh, Linus. Yeah. Here's a video idea. See who can pirate a game quickest from Windows or money.
Yeah. How do you pirate like part 5, the mystical part 5 that they keep hinting to on the WAN show? Pirating software on Linux.
Well, so here's how you do that. You go into like .steam, Steam apps, whatever. You take Monster Bash HD, you copy it to a floppy disk, and then you bring it over to your Windows computer and stick it.
See, now I'm wondering,
you're going to need a zip disk.
Oh hell no, man! I'll.
No, you got to chunk the zipped up file. Yeah,
I'll make my game a TTF. They'll never figure it out.
You won't be able to install it though.
Linus figured it out. Linus actually went into the folder, double clicked on it. It's like, oh, install.
All right, beautiful people. Hey, thanks for showing up. We got to roll out of here, but before we do, we're going to thank you in the credits right after I bring up a little bit of music. That's going to do it for this week's Linux Gamecast Weekly. Thanks for riding the Nightmare Train all the way to the end. If you are a patron, as always, this will be available in podcast format and video format tomorrow morning. But if you want to get in touch with me, I'm just at Finstone on Twitter, or we have mass.linuxgamecast.com, where I'm just at Vin.
I'm Jordan Svung. I am the Comic Sans MS of Linux users, and you can find me as an inappropriate font on Twitter.
I thought you were Zapped Dingbutts.
No, I was Whipdings, but then I got upgraded. Or twitch.tv/Burning Not the Burning Fool, just Burning Fool.
And considering I am the Windows support person here, fine, I'll be Windings. If you'd like to mailbox car flag at me, go to Twitter. That's at an accounted for on Twitter. That's where you can find me. FOUR.
And remember, kids, fonts or something.
Fonts.
Kerning.
One of these days,
is that a reference to the thing?
Straight to the third moon of Omicron, Persei 8, where our
forever be a
lovely
Futurama
Patreons live.
reference.
Yes, always. We gotta thank our advisors, Omegas and Arthera, our executive producers. You know them. You love them. Aldi Espar Bram, Scott Michaud, Mr. Foxdog, Atomic Aspect G, Mike T, Drummer, and Kohaku, and our Chicago Kicks Ass Little Nicky fans.
Look at the bot.
Darkwing and Abstraction.
Topical. Sea monsters
Yeah.
like Jack Beaver, Not Hell, Rider X Machina, Truggy, Veritanuta, Justin Frost, Clone, Strider.
With the Death Notes, Nova, Basil, Chad, Romeo, Marcin, System T, Craig, Renee, Leonardo, DeCresney, Kim,
Sherwing,
Smashley G,
Blanca,
Chris, Stephen Jill,
Das
Benjamin,
Geeks. I'm like Brock
2.1,
Wyatt. I'm getting them up at the
Stephen
top. We always miss
Dirty
him.
D,
Rohit, with his
Back,
5 dudes,
Gameatron,
Egal,
Dodger.
Dementor, -9.
Rudy.
Zin,
Look at Zin
King
and
Ugg,
Kurducky.
Fine
Is it
upstanding
Korea
guys.
Ducky?
Jim and Pebble and
Carl,
Oil of Hope and
Mike,
Monica and
Arthurian,
Alex,
Linux
-9
Nero,
and AJ.
Aldius, Noctilus, John, Eshep, and Game Mo Tron.
Y'all are
Game of
truly,
Physical.
truly wonderful.
We'll see you next
Truly
week.
wonderful.
And same font time.
Truly.
Same kerning channel. Datified.
Just put random spaces in between letters. Why not? Fuck up the kerning.
Like odd numbers of spaces.
Yeah.
None of that even spacing. Man, I start messing around with that in DaVinci Resolve because of the way it vectorizes everything, so I can just stretch out typing. I'm like, Then you start getting into that typist mindset. Like, no, I'm not fancy enough for this nonsense. Just squish it all back together. But then again, I managed to install DaVinci Resolve, does some weird shit. I'm not going to get into it.
But you installed the pirated version of the DaVinci Resolve.
Holy hell.
I did install a pirated font.
Well, you see, this is like the double go fuck yourself with the DaVinci Resolve. There's no such thing as a pirated version, and also it does an online key check.
That's the crack. You just take an activated version and you put a DLL that removes all of the online connectivity. That's how they get around the Adobe stuff.
That doesn't work with the DaVinci Resolve. The way you pirate DaVinci Resolve is you have to create, basically you go on eBay and buy a counterfeit dongle.
Right.
If it can't connect, if it's not online, it tells you to go fuck yourself, and it will do a fallback to the dongle. Which, it seems like a bit, it made sense when DaVinci Resolve cost $2,000. It seems a bit excessive for a $300 piece of software.
$300 for a one-time thing, it seems fair for a very powerful bit of video editing software.
Dude, I go back and like read on the Blackmagic forums. People were doing victory laps when they dropped the price to $1,000, $999. They were like, "Holy shit!" Like, I immediately bought it. So we get the after shows and everyone. We're going to play Action Hank,
Right, I gotta install that, don't I?
right? Which means we're gonna wait. What's going on? There we go. Ha.
Darkness!
Wait, why is that over there? There. It's good on the after shows and bucks.
Or Steam, with our Steam.
Everywhere is Steam.
Steam has downloaded Action Hank.
Oh man. Pure speed.
Now, does it launch? Here's the question.
You know what? I just went ahead
And how loud it's going to be.
I pre-tested, but I used Proton Experimental.
It's loading.
Oh, it showed up on the wrong monitor, and it's loud.
Yeah, it did.
Proton Experimental, baby. I mean, you could fight it, but welcome to a brave new world. I mean, I didn't even bother. It's like, this game's a couple of years old. Let's just go ahead and launch it with Proton.
Let's see, audio, music volume down, sound effects volume down. That's number one. Number two, video. There's
Yeah,
full screen.
let's cut that over to Proton. Compatibility.
No, full screen resolution is 2560 by 1440.
I should update that setting in Steam. I should just be using experimental by default.
Yeah.
I have it using a GE version.
Yeah, same here. Like, not even the new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like one version behind. I got to get the IP audio thing set up, but if you want to go ahead and hop into aftershows, and that's if you're listening to live right now, that's where I'll be in a couple seconds. There's your warning. I need more liquid. Do you constantly have something to drink?
No.
I will do that thing where I will forget to drink, and then like 12 hours later be like,
I'll go a few hours without a drink and my throat will be like, why am I coughing so much? All right.
My problem
have
is
some water,
I
make some
just-
tea. Let's go.
I kill whatever I'm drinking very quickly. So if my intention is to just like sip on it, that never works. Just go glug glug glug.
I have a drink in my hand, probably within.
Do you do the Ricky from Trailer Park Boys where you always have like the mixed drink in hand and
I always have some tea.
or
yeah.
no, Julian, not Ricky. Julian.
I don't know. I never really watched the Trailer Park Boys.
It's I wrote it off, but it's actually pretty funny. If you like idiots flailing around and failing at things, you will like Trailer Park Boys.
Okay.
Apparently I'm disappeared.
Jitsi says no.
Jitsi is clearly capturing my camera because I can see me there. And the camera light is still on.
Well, maybe we used up all the Canadian bandwidth.
Nah, Sandy's not here.
Ah.
Let's try that again.
Controller. Since the DualShock 4 wanted nothing to do with it, let's turn on Steam input.
All right, launch with compatibility.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, boy. Online multiplayer.
Yeah, buddy.
No servers online.
No, there will be. There will be. There'll be the one. Are they just being exceptionally quiet?
Possibly. Foxy, Open Susie sucks. Yeah, I can't hear him.
So is that like a bad thing, or do we want to remedy that? Or are we good? I mean,
I listen. I defer to your judgment.
I'm just saying we need to weigh the options.
I just went on a fact-finding mission.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Well, I guess we'll just all hang out and wonder what that was. But
what's going on? Can you hear me or not?
I'm not sure if they can hear us. Can you hear me?
maybe we'll
Foxy?
figure out how to get
I
the
can
audio
hear you,
routed
yeah.
to them, and we'll be able to hear them eventually. I don't
Maybe
know.
Yes.
I can hear
At
you,
some point.
Foxy.
Yeah, they're.
Oh, okay,
I don't
cool.
know. I don't know what it could be. But don't worry, guys. We'll get you set up if you can hear us. I don't know if you can hear us.
You just gotta go download some
well,
fonts.
Yeah,
I can hear you.
Maybe they installed some fonts during the show and it broke. It uninstalled Pop OS. Are you going to share about your research, Jordan, or was that just a token thing you're throwing out?
Wait, what? Oh, research. You know, I was trying to see if Foxy could hear us, right? And I said, "Open Susie sucks." That was my research. that was it.
Yeah, no. I
never said it
asking
was
on
exhaustive
Discord
research.
yesterday because when I got the T450 ThinkPad back, it's like, okay, I gotta try a distro. Gotta put a distro back on it. So what's like a
vulnerable Linux.
weird, interesting distro? And Ven comes back, opens Tuesday. He's like, no.
Hey, I said Tiny Core because Tiny Core is really weird, but
I said DVL because they have every single vulnerability in every single piece of software exploitable in there.
I said Solus.
That's our mode.
See how Solus is.
Yeah, no. Solus and Darkwing also said Solus.
And what did you end up install?
Clear Linux.
Of course you did. That's what I suggested.
Yes, you suggest like 3 different ones.
I don't know.
Okay, all right, Strider. That was after you kept on moving the field goals.
Yes, that.
No, I asked for weird, interesting
And I gave them to
Linux
you.
distro.
I was dropping them out, and you're like, but...
Susie was certainly weird, but the interesting was certainly missing.
It's interesting in that like old Russian curse, may you live in interesting times.
Yes. So Clear Linux is like, okay, yeah, no, that's both weird and interesting. Okay.
I don't know. For whatever reason, I had to ditch Fedora. I don't know where I'd go. Maybe Debian, maybe Arch.
It depends. Like, if I was just running desktop, yeah, I'd probably just be on Arch to keep everything, like, adventurous.
Manjaro is, as far as Arch goes, is pretty okay to run as a desktop. I've been running it on the Pinebook Pro since I got it, effectively. I toyed with Debian for a little bit there and realized that, oh yeah, it doesn't have the Mali drivers, does it? Right.
Installing Linux has become a thing I do so infrequently now because the Fedora upgrade process is just so painless now that I don't, Once upon a time, I would just do clean wipes and installs. Now it's just like DNF system upgrade. Lo and behold, shit works. Or if it doesn't work, I can fix it in like a minute.
10 laptops, between laptops and netbooks there, that have had Linux installed on them. So, yes, I've... I try to pick a different distro every single time.
So, yeah, server...
Get on the plan.
Choices.
This would be pretty easy to do. Let me get something to drink, and we will hop in.
Online multiplayer.
Online multiplayer. Somebody drop a link to Action Hank on Steam if they want to play.
How much does
Hank
Hank get? $21.50.
What?
Yep.
What?
For Action Hank?
That's a bit spicy.
Wait, that's Australian money. That's Australian
That
money.
is
Hold on.
Australian money, so
Okay.
I'm so
I thought
glad
I
that
had
an
to get
Australian guy gave me a copy of it then.
I did not give you a copy. This was before
Okay.
I started.
Okay,
Yeah,
$16
you gave me a
Canadian. $16 Canadian is still egregious. Fuck that. No.
Yeah.
Is the server up?
No.
Yeah, I don't know. He's go and get a drink.
Yeah, that's what I wasn't sure about. It's like, oh, this is going to be easy. So it's like, is the server up? No, I guess not. Okay.
No, not so much just yet.
Now that CentOS Streams 9 is out, I'm debating upgrading my Streams 8 boxes. And I'm curious. Like, here's the thing. I've done it enough times that I trust the in-place upgrade for Fedora. And if it's CentOS, then, like, my irrational fear is doubly irrational because it's fucking CentOS.
And CentOS does not really offer any in-place upgrade paths.
No, they do.
I've been trying to do that myself.
There's no DNF system upgrade?
No. Not for CentOS, no.
Well, I can tell you that you can't do an in-place upgrade from Fedora 31 to Fedora 35.
No,
You need to upgrade to Fedora 34 first, then you can do it in 35.
Yeah, they only support jumping between two versions. That's the year-long.
It allowed me to do 3. I went from Fedora 31 to Fedora 34.
Yeah, it depends on like what new shit they're adding, because like sometimes they're just like, no, you need to install this transitionary package first to do the thing to get it ready. Yeah, so I get why they do it, but even then, like you run 2 in-place upgrades, they take like an hour combined, and you're done.
Not even that. It was 15 minutes.
I have a
For
lot of
one,
packages.
and then another 15 minutes for, if you have, like 3,000 or 4,000 packages installed, yeah.
Yeah. If you're just doing a base install with like a couple hundred packages, 20 minutes. I had 3,500 packages on that laptop. It took a minute. Especially if you're going for an archived version, because then it's pulling from the slow mirror and not the fast ready to go mirror.
Yeah, I only have, I think it's 1,700 packages installed in El Cheapo. So that was...
I think I've got 4,500 on one.
It also does speed it up if you
I'll
disable SC Linux, because it doesn't have to do the relabel.
Yes.
But
Then again, the reason why I've got that many is latex pulled everything.
oh well, yeah, latex is like 5 billion fucking packages. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
You want a good time? Look at the spec file for Fedora for latex. There's
look
like
at gauges.
200 sub packages in there. It's crazy.
At all the levels. Never mind. No, we're back.
I'm going to take a risk. I'm downloading the native version of Action Hank. We'll see if that works.
Oh, you're about to play Hang On.
I did a little hang on and crash, and then I'm like, yeah, let's bump it up per time.
I just like that
Oh,
at
does it
any
crash?
point someone can just randomly appear behind Rohit.
I mean, that's true of anyone, really.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you can see the table.
If somebody randomly appears behind me, I got questions.
You're very sneaky.
You
Yeah,
might,
especially dude.
Who are you and how did you face through the wall?
Also, I'm going to steal their powers. Yes.
well, I hope not, because I hope no
But
one
then you
shows 'cause I'm
become the
totally alone in
Kool-Aid
house.
man.
I don't care. I'll bite off both their ankles if I can do that.
I'm the only one in this house, so if someone appears
Delicious
behind me-
ankles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ankles in the
I don't know,
My
other
wife's in India
Rory
right now,
doesn't
so
want
I
to be
can
on
do whatever.
camera, so I'm probably safe.
What's your wife doing in India? Visiting?
Yes, seeing family.
Ah, fair enough.
And yeah, I'll be there in a few weeks too, so yeah, but she wants to go even more. And so yeah, I hope Omicron doesn't fuck up our chances to come back, because she left before Omicron was announced. So let's hope that doesn't fuck up my travel back.
Wow, yeah. I
or
don't know if
travel
I'd
there.
be rolling dice, man. Be like, "Arr."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also, I
don't
hear
do like
Omicron,
that.
and the first thing I
Someday,
think about
why
is Soma.
So
No,
Macron.
it's Futurama for me.
I think of the Nomad Soul.
It's one of the
Omicron
bases
Perseus.
in
Yes,
Soma. It's
and
Omicron.
Futurama.
Oh, Omicron Persei 8. Oh, okay, that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lure.
Lur and Unda.
Oh, they still have daily challenges. Look at them.
And Jur.
I'm pretty sure those are just on a loop now.
Gotta be.
Why does X
Well, I-
simply not eat the other Y?
Why doesn't Ross, the larger friend, simply eat all the other friends?
Here's what I really miss, because I liked it when this game had a reasonable, smallish, but still large enough online community so we could pop in with our Sonic, our Sync.
Yeah,
Skins on.
the special sauce.
Yeah, then everyone just immediately starts going, where, what, how, huh?
Okay, I have
You guys ready?
no
Yeah, I'm ready.
No? What are you doing?
dreading playing Action Hank.
Oh my god. Come on,
Still downloading.
princess.
Well, at least
All
it's
right,
playing
my
at
prince.
I don't
Are-
remember
are
how
you-
to
are you
play
gonna-
it, so there's that.
Are you gonna climb my hair up my tower and rescue me?
Listen, man, is there a hairy tower that I've ever turned down?
That's a good
Climb that
question.
hairy tower.
Climb my hairy tower. That's what you want to hear
Hair-
behind a closed door. Like, All right.
Harry Tower sounds like something that J.K. Rowling writes in her off hours.
Oh, right. Let's see.
I just realized I can turn all the settings up.
Yeah, right.
UHD action, Hank. UHD
No,
action, Hank.
that's not going to work at all.
Yeah,
How do I back out of that?
select.
Escape.
Or
Which
that.
one's which?
The yellow is the one you have selected.
Yellow is the selected one.
Create server. 2 minutes. I think we're good on the players.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Level rotation. Yes.
I guess we're just doing all the fancy holiday.
Got a ghost
Holiday
spot?
sauce?
Got a ghost.
Fun.
fest.
Oh, those are the
Halloween
Halloween
levels.
ones.
Yep. Damn it, was that it? No. I'm looking for the Christmassy things. I promised some Christmassy stuff. I hope I can deliver. Hey, there we
That
go.
looks like a candy cane. Yeah.
Yeah. The highway.
Yeah. So, that one, that one, that one, that one. If it looks like diabetes, it gets a check mark.
Oh, fuck that noise. God damn it.
And this one just because it has tranquilizer in it. No other reason.
No other reason.
Okay, I think I'm not alone when I say, oh, Pedro, could you put like after shows and note on the,
Yes.
I have not
Let's
played
see.
this game since the last time we played. This was probably like, what, 3 or 4 years ago?
Yes.
There's a couple of those tight jumps that I was never able to get because my hands got too sweaty and I'm just bad at this game. So
And Mom's
I'm looking
Spaghetti
forward to
showed
that.
up.
Rosen.
Well, now you
And
can go get
category
Mom's
is
spaghetti.
Action Hank. Hank.
This is true.
There.
All right.
I'm not seeing any server on that.
Because I haven't started it yet. There might be.
Oh,
a
there's
glitch.
downloading.
That's
I've created a
a
server.
little bit. There it is.
Online multiplayer,
shut
Linux
up.
Gamecast.
That was
connecting to
quick.
Server. Yeah.
Downloading levels. Don't slide upwards.
Oh, hang on.
0,
Damn
1. There
it.
we
I
go.
take it back. Everyone I lied to. We're going to have to do this again. Exit.
Why?
Would I
What's up?
lie
'Cause
to
I have
you,
VSync
baby?
on.
Would I lie to you?
Oh, you got VSync on.
Yeah, so it's going to have that like, little hitch. Options.
Ah,
Video. I'm doing this with the controller because I'm lazy as fuck tonight. There we go. There we go.
Yeah, the game for me is just in the loading screen and frozen.
Which,
Not a good sign.
which Proton are you using, Rohit?
No, oh, it's native.
Okay, let me know when you started correctly.
Whoop.
yeah. Oh, it just crashed. It didn't even bring a window up when I did that.
It's like every.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck.
Proton
How do I
button.
slide? Well,
Proton experimental. Okay.
It's left trigger.
that's reset.
Left trigger for me is
Yeah.
slide on the butt.
I don't like
I don't
that.
fucking know.
Swing and a miss.
Is it B?
Slide.
Nope. B is reset. Nope. Triangle is reset.
Right trigger is
I
button.
can't get past the first jump.
Wee.
Left click.
I unlocked Two Face.
Wee. I got it. Wee.
Okay, that almost got it. Jeez.
Oh,
Wee. Nope. Splat. Wee.
Got it. I'm crushing it.
Wee. Wee.
Jump.
Wee. Wee. I made it.
Ah, second place.
Oh, right. You can keep going, right? Until
I don't know. I did
don't
poorly.
know. Does this mean this is a game we can actually beat? Pedro win.
Yes, I don't know how to play this.
it's Sonic the Hedgehog.
Hey, I got a Chippendale.
Hold tab to show letterbox. Burning Fool, everyone, we're all here. Okay, does it go to the next map? Yeah.
Butt slide.
Fuck this game.
Don't worry, I'll do my best next week to find a game that has like 20 minutes between turns next week.
Excellent.
Some bullshit map, isn't it?
Wee.
I fell.
How?
I didn't get the timing correct on that jump.
Ah, fuck.
Is there like another? Whoop! Nope. Fuck that up. That all those reset. What does the right trigger? Uh-oh. That just talks shit. Man, I screwed up a perfectly
All right, I'll take it.
average run.
All right.
Ding. Go, Gadget Hank.
Okay, not last. I'll take it. That's an improvement over last time.
Yeah!
Never mind, I am last.
Wee.
Sounds like some last place. Oh, damn it.
God damn,
Damn it, Jordan, you backer.
I'm just happy I was able to finish it a second time.
You're in first place, bro.
I know. For fucking now.
Don't worry.
You think that's gonna stay put? Hell no.
No, that didn't. That was dumb. Alright, I fucked that up.
And jump.
Momentum's a
And jump.
fickle thing.
And slide on the butt. And slide on the butt. Nope, still did poorly.
Come on, Hanky. Do the pinky. No, fuck that up. Alright. Well, I'm right
Mr.
back.
Hanky,
Yellow.
the Christmas boo.
No, I'm not, game. I'm just gonna do this.
Alright.
Oh,
Hold on, Jordan.
Damn
Look
it.
at that.
I failed my way to success.
Hold on.
slidey, slidey.
Slidey, slidey.
Taking a dive and it's slipping, it's sliding, it's magic. Listen, it's a living thing. It's a terrible thing to lose. I don't even
Maybe.
fucking know. Ah!
Wait, that doesn't seem like it was,
Oh, right there. Oh, hang on. Where do we go?
What?
Where do we go?
I get it.
Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, no, not that
You
one.
gotta build up the momentum. I guess. I
Power
don't
butt
fucking-
slides, got it. Kinda.
What are you even?
That didn't work.
Okay, I
Oh,
see
yeah,
what's
well,
going on here.
Alright, let's try that again.
I don't. What the fuck am I doing?
Nope. Damn it, game. It's like you expect me to. I can't make that.
Yeah, I made it.
What's the thing for getting like the super powerful butt slides?
You just
Momentum and
gotta hold the butt slide.
yeah.
Debatable.
Oh, fuck off, game.
Oh, god damn you, game.
I don't know how to get past this part. Oh, do I gotta like... Oh, maybe. God damn it. I think I understand the thing now. That sucks.
Oh my god, I made it!
Good sound effects.
Fuck it. I'm out.
Oh, fuck this.
I couldn't even get past the first bit.
I
take
still
it.
won. Default. Default.
I think it just puts whoever.
Shut up. I'll take this.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, sure.
Whoever
I'm
you
on
are
the-
is in first.
Fuck this game.
Okay, let's see how it works now.
It definitely works under Proton, which is more than I can say about the native version.
I'm playing the native version.
Yep.
It's working fine here.
Lucky you,
Hacker cracker. Damn Linux users.
man. It's still not ready to launch somehow.
It's gotta compile all those Vulkan shaders.
It just says ready to launch in approximately 1 minute. Okay.
How did you guys do that?
I guess.
There's. Nope. Yeah.
Ah,
But you can't jump there. Okay.
when in doubt, butt slap. Damn it.
Oh, right on the jump there.
In this game.
Fuck.
Damn it.
I'm just gonna restart. Right, you can just restart the maps.
Yeah, there's also a checkpoint restart.
Yeah.
I'm going the wrong way again. Oh, do I gotta like, make that
Fuck.
jump somehow?
Yeah, there's.
That's gonna take some
No.
power butt sliding.
Can I play the game now?
No,
No.
No, how dare you?
these
ignore that?
unreasonable demands.
Fuck you, Steam.
Fuck. I was almost at the end too.
I hate this
The reflex
game.
of the-
Damn.
Okay.
reflex of the shot.
Okay.
Fuck. I forget about that jump always.
Yes.
Oh, get up there.
Too early. God damn it.
Boing! Alright, I
On the
made
main
it.
menu.
Fucking fuck.
Almost. Wait. 15 seconds. Come on, lords of bullshit. Give me this one.
Lots of bullshit. Hear my prayer. I made it.
This is my first time playing this game, so I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah, I don't know what's happening, but
game.
it
Players
ended, right?
don't know what they're doing, so
Yeah, we're all just a bunch of elite action hankers, man.
Okay, I need to reduce my volume.
Yeah, it's
So this
it
game has
loud.
like no mouse. This game has no mouse support, huh?
What would you even do with
It
mouse?
does.
I don't know. Keyboard. I
Menu, I
want.
don't know.
Mouse and board. Mouse and board.
Select
Mouse
things
and
on the
board.
menu.
Mouse and
Right.
board.
That's
Nope.
nope.
That's an instant death. Wee. Wee.
Okay, so is this Track Mania but with people?
Sure.
And so you can wall jump.
Oh, I refuse. I refuse.
Nope.
I hate this game.
Refuse.
Ah. Okay, so I guess that is butt mandatory slide.
I guess.
Yep.
Damn it.
I can't make this wall jump. Damn it.
Almost. Really?
I
Game?
didn't go.
I guess not.
What do you do here?
Okay, this trick jump they want us to do after the thing is
Got it.
fucky.
You can wall climb with your jumps.
Yeah, sort of.
Ish. Yeah.
Wait, what do you do after you go up there?
Scratch your head.
There's a jump. There's a trick jump you gotta do.
Almost.
Oh.
Oh my God. What are you doing to me?
Damn it.
I made it.
That'll do it. Woohoo.
I did not.
I'm not gonna try that again. I don't want to do that again. Mommy, I want to go home.
God damn it.
All right. Good. There's not enough time left to beat my time, so. I I hate this.
Come on, let me know. Ah, yes, number one.
Ah, damn it.
How the fuck?
Oh.
1 second.
I beat Rohit.
You did, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you're ahead of him on my screen too.
Yeah, he's ahead.
Yes.
Ben's ahead of him on my.
Really? I'm in
Yup.
place 4.
You got outvoted.
Well, shit.
Okay, this is like the beginning level too.
Yeah, boned.
I love that. voice.
Deboned.
See, I think Steve would be into this game.
You would think Steve would be into a lot of shit.
Whoa.
He's not.
This looks like a giant Hot Wheels track.
Because it is a giant Hot Wheels track.
Oh, that's
They
a
want
dirty
to do
trick.
They
Yeah.
want us to do a jump there.
Oh, come on, Ryan.
Ah, damn it. I gotta restart.
Jump over that.
What the hell? Hey, game.
Nope.
I will power my way up this game. You know, there. What do you want me to do now?
No fucking idea.
Like, where go?
Largo.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get up, please.
Is the whole thing to go like backwards? Then make it big jump or something?
Missed the bloody jump.
Yes.
Speedy boost.
Ah, fuck, I hit B instead of A. Damn it.
Okay.
Nope.
God damn it. I hate this game.
We gathered that.
I can't double jump. How am I supposed to get up there?
I don't know, man.
Restart the level.
The
10
speed
seconds
requirements
left.
are too high.
They're too low.
It's
You go
over.
too fast, you
I
fucked up.
cannot.
High wall. God damn it. Fuck that.
I came in first according to... Yeah.
No, I'm in first. Fuck you.
I'm gonna take my participation trophy and go home, Rohit.
The mystical four
And so will
bananas.
I. But mine's shinier, Jordan.
Nah. I've won 2 rounds of this. You've run 1-0, so...
There.
This looks like some fresh hell.
Is this the first level again?
I don't know. I might just put it back on like regular. I didn't. Whoa. I don't think this is.
Whoa! Wow, wow, wee, wow!
I lost my Sonic rings.
Yeah,
How
this
do you
is
have
the
any
first
go over
level.
there?
All right. So let's just put it on like regular maps. Because again, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Escape. Are you gonna let me go to exit? Boop. All right.
Ben disconnected.
Create server. Set level rotation. Oh, we got mutators?
Apparently, yeah.
Inverted controls? First person.
Oh yeah, let's do.
Fuck
Let's do
yes.
first person. Yeah, this is some. It's gonna be some Mirror's Edge shit. Everyone's gonna be playing with a controller. It's gonna be fucking terrible. I'm down.
We're gonna go for 3 minutes. Level rotation. Let's start with hello bullshit. All right. Let's slide. Loop of Destiny back. Yeah, Hawkfeet, the classic, and Street Flow. Sounds good.
Fucking
Apply
shit.
as B. Start server.
Connecting server.
Failed to create room.
The server's still there.
I'm getting in though. I'm.
People
No,
get out,
it's
please.
because. Yeah, it's because the server still exists.
Oh, how do I close it then?
Yeah, I'm still.
No, Pedro
out,
needs to
so-
dip.
Oh,
He's too
And so
concerned
you
about getting a
do,
high
man.
score.
is that it? Pedro wouldn't leave?
Yeah.
Oh, everyone wants to leave?
I'm waiting in the menu.
No servers
Okay,
online.
now it's off. Now it's gone.
All right, there
Now
we
it's
go.
gone.
It needed it,
Is it
it needed the
native
time
or
out.
not?
Unity matchmaking. It's the best.
Wait, is it gonna? God damn it! No. All right, kill it.
What the, hang
The
on.
fuck?
Damn it, Pedro.
Just stay out.
Hold your
Okay.
bloody horses.
Now,
Listen, it says your name on the damn thing, so I don't know.
set level rotation. Okay, let's make sure none of the.
Okay.
These are deselected. All right. Apply. Mutator, first person. Sticky walls. What type of haste? Double jump. Ooh, super jump. Tripping. That's too advanced.
Trippy and first person. Cool.
Linux
Can you
Gamecast
turn
1.
Hank into a cube or something? Fuck with the gravity a little bit.
Okay, let's see what this is.
Oh god. Oh. Right, I have to mentally prepare myself for first person. I don't even
So do we push
even know.
forward or
I
do we
don't
push
know, man.
I'm scared. All right.
I'm pushing forward.
right?
No,
Okay,
no,
gotta push
left
right
and
all the
right.
same.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
that's slightly not less fucky at all.
You just gotta push
This is-
right.
This is definitely gonna get. This is definitely fucking with my fucking. I don't know. This isn't right.
Fucking with my. I
Yes,
don't know.
it is. It is right. Hold your controller sideways.
Right?
No, yeah, correct. You got that's the spirit.
I can see Jordan ahead of me.
Right.
I'll
Okay.
This is going to be close, this one.
Damn.
So weird seeing someone in front of me.
Look at you,
You don't
Mr.
go out much, do you?
Hodgett.
That's not what I mean. Is in a racing game like this, like speedrunners, this, you don't see people in front of you.
I shouldn't have jumped. There.
This is the true Mirror's Edge. Ready.
I gotta shave off 2 seconds. And it was about that point, the game was no longer fun. Turned into competitive. Yep.
Yeah, everyone's quiet. People are trying to
See, I can
fucking
see
win.
the level now, so I can actually, hit buttons in time for the things to happen.
Now previously, okay, so you're like some type of fucked up T-Rex. You can't see things in profile.
Yeah.
I can't see things when they're not there because the screen is cutting them off.
Why would your screen be cutting them off? Oh, you mean you were
Because
playing with the
that's-
exact same limitations as everyone else. Got it.
Yes.
Got it. You should try Uplay.
Come on.
I will eat as much crow as you like on the Uplay thing.
I don't know.
This one,
You spent a solid 2 minutes talking down to me on that one. That was nice. Damn it.
I don't think I can get a better
Oh
time.
my god, lower.
I'm trying to get something better in last place. I mean, better than Road.
3, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ah, fuck it.
Fuck it, indeed.
What?
I'll take number 2.
I'll take third.
Man,
You know what? I'm going to say they get bonus points for this shit because how many games have you seen me like, that's 3D in profile? Like, why don't we get a first print? Here it is.
yeah. Go fuck yourself. Here it is.
I know somebody's probably still on the team. They're going to be like, what the fuck happened last night? How come people were playing this?
People are playing this game?
How are you guys already ahead of me?
Running.
Yes.
Damn it.
Butt sliding is very important.
Boom.
Not bad for a first go.
Ah, that was low. That was
Yeah.
slow. Too slow.
Also, if you guys are ever watching like the VOD later, change this to up.
Please? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not weird. It's just like uncomfortable.
Right? It doesn't mesh well with my understanding of like the physicality of the level, right?
Might work
Like,
better with a keyboard. Yeah, right. I'm sure you could rebind. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to fuck with it.
Steam input, baby!
Yes. Can rebind everything.
Yeah, this one's not going to be good.
Ah, I can't even get any faster.
Nope.
Damn.
No. Eh.
Oh, fuck it.
Now I feel like I'm turning in one of those kids from the Trackmania stream that like a nanosecond into the run, they're like, nope, restart. That wasn't good.
Yeah.
That's not gonna.
That's me. I hate that I'm that person.
Third.
So is there a button for butt slide?
Yeah,
Yeah.
left
Yeah.
trigger.
Left
Yes.
trigger.
Well, I need to get the keyboard binding with that. And
That sounds like a
now-
personal problem. Yep.
In this stupid game, I can't even do my bindings without quitting? Great job, Dev.
How old was this game? A good 6 years or so?
When did we throw chairs at it? Fuck.
20,
Yeah, that's
A
what I'm
long
trying to
time
think.
ago.
18.
Okay, just the down button, I guess, is the butt slide.
Kind of hard to tell, to be honest, at this point.
Yeah, the past few years have thrown things off a bit.
I'm catching up, bitches. Damn it, I was.
Oh, god damn.
Turned out that like Jordan's the fucking Hank
Yes.
Savant.
Yeah. For someone who doesn't like racing games, Jordan's does
Oh,
really
he's still
good
gonna
at
be
this
like
one.
angry at it. He's like, ah.
I missed the finish line. I actually beat my time, but I missed the finish line because I overshot it. I was too high. That's,
Oh,
no, like literally, the trick is just knowing when to slide and when not to slide. That's it.
yeah.
Is this the only music track in the game?
It will be now.
Yeah.
Nubbin, thanks for the resub.
Oh,
Also
right.
mirror.
It's this one. This is the one I get stuck on. This is
You're
the one
welcome.
I remember this. That vertical.
That's going to be interesting in this first person. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, how do the wall jumps work here?
Oh, fuck no, man.
Oh God.
What the hell?
Ah, right, left. Ah.
I made it somehow.
How, game? How?
Ah.
Oh, God, the loop. Oh, that makes the blue hit.
I give up.
All right.
Oh,
That did not go as anything. I don't even know what the fuck was going on there, man. Okay, so this level just became who can get past that bullshit, right?
Yeah.
and who does not puke on the loop?
Got it.
Got it.
Yeah, son.
Everyone's breathing super hard now.
Yeah. Shit's
We're seeing-
competitive now.
We're seeing the asthmatics come out of the woodwork.
That was a non-optimal butt slide.
I'm so motion sick.
Damn it! Game. Bullshit.
Ah, come on, game. Oh, no, it's fine.
I keep jumping too early, damn it. Blech.
Right, and up and down.
Third!
And
Okay, I'm in the 29s.
Hold on. Does that mean I'm actually last?
Fuck yeah, it does.
No. Yeah, I am last. God damn. I can't crack the 30-second mark. Uh,
11 seconds left. I'm not gonna do it in 11 seconds.
no,
take
can't do better than that.
My hands are so sweaty. I need gamer chalk.
Yeah, my,
Not
ring finger,
again. Not again.
my right ring finger is dead.
Oh,
There's no one in third place?
Yeah, you got fourth.
Yeah, but there's no one like on the
I
third.
know I didn't see anyone there either myself.
You know what?
yeah, sometimes it doesn't render the characters on the podium for some reason.
Brilliant.
It might be that this game is a little neglected.
A little bit.
yeah.
We're going to single-handedly bring this back. This is going to become a competitive pros.
Oh no, this is gonna get its own GDQ block.
Yep.
100%.
Oh, love that actually.
The fuck are we supposed to be doing now?
I'm lost.
This
now.
this one,
Shit, son, I'm lost.
No bad.
Yeah. Okay.
oh god.
Are we just supposed to fall there?
Wall jump? Because it does require wall jumping.
Oh, this
then
is
I
the
can't
start.
do it.
Never mind.
Where am I even? I don't. All right.
Where am I?
Okay, I went back to the start, didn't I? Yep, I sure did.
This is gonna be one of those ones that maybe one or two of us will actually finish.
We've officially moved into decrypting.
Yeah.
yes.
What? When? How can you turn in first person?
Just go like.
Oh
just-
wait.
Wait,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah. I get it.
Yep, I'm not getting this. No.
Oh God.
Hey, got it.
I don't think I did. No.
Oh, there's some left-right bullshit.
That's what I'm trying to do, but I'm...
Yeah. Again, it doesn't gel with the physicality of the game. You don't.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, don't
Yeah, my
turn your
brain
head or
cannot
anything.
handle whatever's supposed to be going on here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that
Yeah.
going.
I think I'm just gonna give up. I'm gonna take the L on this one. This is like I feel like I'm trying to argue with the Q, and they're just like, my God, Jordan, your brain is
Oh,
so
wow. Holy
three-dimensional.
Holy shit!
Oh,
Now the game...
Holy shit!
all right.
Yeah. Whatever. I will try, but this is actually hurting my head.
Well, I got something. It's a time. Time's a time.
I blame the pizza.
Hey, I did it. I made it. Fucking shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was a nice green number there.
Boing.
Oh, come on.
Are you gonna give me this sympathy fuck game?
Nope.
Fuck you.
No, damn it. All right. Come on,
I see the end. Yes, completion.
There it
What
is.
kind of gameplay is
God damn it. All right, I'll take last. I don't care.
that? Is that
I'm just
gameplay
happy
of
it's
a
over.
Yeah, that's you're just going for a W on that one.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm done.
Wow, I can't believe I'm not being rendered here. Fuck
I
this.
was glad I figured out how to do it.
Yeah, the whole first person left right thing just does not work.
that is a very unique mod effect. Just yeah,
Ooh, burger.
Okay.
Action Hank, Top Hank.
First person Hank.
Action.
Man, Jill, that was all I was going for at that point. It's
Oh,
that
floor's made of
floor's
lava.
Right.
Floor
Okay.
is lava. Achievement unlocked.
Wee.
I guess I need to jump there. Yeah, makes sense.
Yes.
Seems legit.
Nope.
So, level looks like me and you are going to have one of those, like, can I complete you contest. All right.
Oh, not this bit.
So spooky. Oh, fuck this.
Fuck, I restarted the game. Damn it.
You restarted the game?
Or the level.
Oh.
You know what the fuck I'm
I
doing.
have, man, I do not know how to fucking, my brain. Ow.
Nope. Yep. Okay.
Damn it.
Did I get through it? I think I got through it. Yes, it did.
Wow. I
Oof.
got first place. What? Really?
It's not over yet.
Of course.
Steve,
But
can we play Action Hank? Steve's like, we got Action Hank at home. Action Hank at home.
No, I'm going the wrong way.
Do I dare try to actually set a time? Hello, Floor.
Oh my god, I actually made it.
Walk up, baby.
Right?
Oh, right.
Damn.
Lava.
Right.
Yeah.
Wee. This is some Trackmania shit, man. Blind corners.
Oh, no. Trackman is far worse. Ooh. I don't know what I'm doing. How the fuck did I end up in third? Come on, I was in first there for a second.
and then I beat you.
Lava.
Whatever.
Fuck this game.
Pedro's trying to find the end.
I found the end. Shut up. I technically finished on this one.
Sometimes that's enough. Oh man, I got a good run going. Come on, fuck you part. And just curb check it.
Wee. Wee. Wee.
Nope.
I didn't make
fuck that
I
one
hit
up.
B instead of A. God damn you.
I make that mistake so often. One. All right, whatever. I'll take it.
Fine, I'll take last.
Wow, this game just does not want to render my model, huh?
Everyone completed.
shit.
You're rendered online.
Yeah.
You're rendered online here. My screen, you're there.
My pants are soaked now.
Look at us being a bunch of out of shape fucks. We're like, oh, this is like work.
Oh, thanks for the visual representation there, Steve.
No problem. Steve cares. He is the orange noodle with the team.
Wait, is that like Hitler with fucking what's his name from Fear and Loathing?
Oh god.
Fuck's
what is
going on
this?
here?
Oh no!
Fuck this. Yep.
Oh, it's one of those.
Wait.
Ah, damn it!
Still going.
Going correctly, I guess.
Oh fuck, my brain checked out.
Oh fuck.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, what? Come on, gang.
Oh yeah.
There's more.
Oh,
No,
butt
damn it.
slide to
I hate
infinity.
this. I hate.
To infinity and bullshit.
Pretty much.
I
at this
hate-
point.
I hate.
I'm going the
I
wrong
hate
way.
my brain right now.
I might be going. Boo. Boo. Come now. Negative. Just not gonna feel me on this one, huh, game?
Negative Ghost Rider.
No.
My
Nope.
brain is fucked. Finish. That's a plus.
I've gone full
Small
Marge
window.
Simpson now.
You know what? I'll tell you what this mode is missing, even though it's such a bullshit mode, is the, if I had a little profile view of the fucking track in the bottom.
Right? That would be so
Minimal.
helpful. It's just so fucking disorienting.
Oh hell yeah.
Steve.
And then down, then up. Fuck.
Right. B is cancel and not jump.
Ugh.
I jumped too soon.
But is this the right way?
No. I don't know how to handle that jump, that secondary transition.
Yeah.
It's just not grokking for whatever reason. Oh, here.
What?
We got it.
Why am I going
Nope.
back to that?
Okay, I don't have no time to complete this now, so I'm just gonna run around.
Fuck, I fucked that up.
All the way back to
Okay.
Let me look at the damn map, game, and we'll call it evens. I don't know.
Hey, I finished.
Good on you, mate. I did.
I will take second to last place.
Right.
I unlocked a skin, Chippendale Cedar. And he
So
looks so wrong.
Chit, Dale. All right. How many more levels left in this playlist?
I think one or two.
Okay.
It's all of them.
I think it'll last that long.
Hours later.
Ollie, Ollie.
Yeah, we're just all replaced by skeletons. Come on, let's be real.
Oh shit.
Nope.
What?
Well, didn't have enough speed for that then.
Yeah.
Shit. Shit.
Nope. There is no back jump.
Almost made it.
There is no back jump. You just got to build up speed. All right, got it.
Yeah.
Right.
I keep expecting there to be one now because the camera is just fucked.
Yes.
Yes! Ha! Wall jump. Wall climbing.
Fuck. Maybe. Potential fuck.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah, I shouldn't jump at that apex there.
Yeah, this game's all about momentum.
Yeah, that jump is killing my momentum.
Yeah, I need more speed.
Fuck this.
And you
More
have speed. Damn, I shouldn't have done that jump there.
Hey.
Well,
Right,
Oh
a
my
minute
God,
20. I
not
need to
make
pee.
that.
Where is the developers for this game, you reckon?
Hell.
Yeah.
What?
A little wrong.
Well, I'm thinking
Nope, not enough
Europe or
speed.
something. Because that's a power Super Nintendo right there.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Boo.
Nope.
Oh, that was a little
Hey.
bit.
Almost.
Yep. Pedro hasn't said a thing in 10 minutes.
Yeah, because he went to the
He
bathroom.
just
All right,
got
I
up to go take a
finished.
piss.
All right, I'm done.
Oh, okay. This man
Oh, well. 6, 4. You know what? I didn't get a DNF, so
Yeah.
I will take that.
Right, now that Pedro's in the bathroom, everyone beat his time.
Disqualify him.
Yeah.
Just kick him.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
back at the start now anyway.
All right, well,
Yeah, we had a good run. It's already good.
yeah. Midnight of 6.
Server go boop.
Fuck you.
Oh, are we done?
No,
Yep.
Yeah, we've done them all. That was the last one.
it's all you, buddy.
Yeah,
you
you
got it.
won, by the way.
You won. You won the last one.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Damn it, I should have lied. I should have lied,
I think points wise I win because I most consistently got second or first, but whatever. Pedro wins.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
I just
Waiting.
really had to be.
The only thing that would, like, seriously, there's a fun mode there. You just had like a little line drawing of the fucking map in the bottom with your position, with
Right.
a little dot.
So you know
Especially when you have to
where
like wall
you
jump.
are.
Exactly. That then you can your brain can brain.
Your
the
brain has a
brains.
shot at like trying to
Yes.
Right. Still a fun game. Maybe we'll get him some false hope. We'll see some development, movement.
Action Hank 2, the Hankening.
You know what? There's a legitimately fun game there now.
Yeah.
With like the first person changes us up enough to.
So basically, you're saying I should not refund it then?
I mean, you did pay $14 for it, so I don't know. That's up to you.
How much did you pay for it?
It's not
14.
cheap.
$14.99.
That's a bit steep.
I'm debating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for Action Hank in 2022, that's pretty steep.
Right. Like that is there any deal?
Yeah.
If it was on, yeah, I didn't buy it. If it was on sale during the November sale, if I knew, I would have bought it then. But
It's also been on like a bunch of indie bundles too.
You know what, Rohit? I might have a copy. Give me a second. Like seriously, now that I'm thinking about that.
Yeah, humble.
Somewhere in the key list. Or,
Let me see.
yeah, I'll refund it.
Give me a second.
All right.
Library. Keys and entitlements. Am I entitled to keys? Yeah.
You are entitled to nothing. Yeah, you do?
Yep.
All right. I'll just refund the damn thing then.
Yeah, I have a free Steam kit if someone wants it.
So,
Yeah, now
Action
I wonder if I
Hank
have it on
devs.
my humble- Wait, it was on your humble bundle list? Now I'm wondering if I have
Yeah.
it.
maybe. Like I do remember it being in a bundle or two, so it's very
Right.
possible. So I'm not one of the people who buys every bundle. I know some people in the audience are. So yeah, maybe.
how do I show? Let's help. Bad help. You open your window. What's that? Inbox. Show members. Rohit. Massage.
Massage.
I need a massage.
Massage.
And also, where do you refund? The last
Support.
game I refunded was Rocket League.
Yeah.
Support? Yeah, the last game I refunded was Rocket League. Yeah, support.
There, I've added you as a friend,
Rocket League.
Rohit, which you have to accept.
I thought you already are my friend.
On fucking Discord?
Yeah, I. Oh, and Discord.
I can just send it to you
okay.
on Steam. Goddamn.
I'll accept your friend invite anyway, because
That's
I'm
too
a nice
late
guy.
now, man. That bridge has been burned.
Okay. I accept.
No longer friends. Rejected. Oof.
No longer friends.
See, it's like that emotional violence, but physical, right? It's analogy. It's very high tier. I don't blame you if you don't. understand.
There, you either have a key or somebody does. I just sent somebody a key on Steam.
Okay, I got
Well,
a key.
To be fair, I know like 2 other Rohits, so maybe one of them.
Okay, I just want to say, I love this. The first 5 letters of this key is, I don't know, GWB69. All I can think of is George W. Bush 69.
I
Hey,
thought
man,
George
listen.
Washington Bridge 69.
I don't judge you on the porn you watch. Probably should, but I don't. So, yeah. You know what? I'm going to leave them a little post in the forums and be like, hey, you know that blip you saw? we could add some more blips, but we need some changes. Our demands must be met so they can tell me to go fuck myself.
It's like, yeah, no.
Oh,
Open
McBiker
source
wants
it.
to sell us some fucking followers, man. We're gonna be huge on Twitch.
But I don't. But it blocked it out. It says ... doesn't it?
On
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, you gotta reply him.
Yeah, I reported the a spammer that gave us that little notification
But-
during the show, and Twitch has already banned him.
But I wanted to visit ... Pager, you fun Nazi.
I mean, the ... or star is still there.
Steam was unable to submit my refund request, so I'll try again later, but it just says, sorry, an unexpected error has occurred while processing your request. Please try again.
Maybe you haven't owned it long enough.
Maybe only 35. It says 35 minutes. I'll give it a day.
It hasn't processed.
Just failed the process. Yeah.
Yeah, your credit card actually hasn't been charged yet.
Oh yeah, could be. Yeah, that could be it. Yeah. But then it should be easier
So-
to not,
We haven't taken your money yet. We need to take your money first.
I don't know. It's curious. Makes you wonder how that mechanism works. If it just puts it into the, we just trust you on this one mode until something clicks in.
They probably
your
have some
account.
fraud detection AI thing running to check if
I don't know.
people are
Yeah, they probably have to charge it in order to guarantee if there's fraud, the
But here's the
payment
thing. This is
processing keeps the money.
Steam has been one of the biggest solutions to piracy, game piracy, period.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because it's so easy and it's so cheap and stuff is always on sale. God damn you, Valve, you did a good job.
Well, it's not like they did it overnight.
No, it took many years. I was there at the start of Steam. I had Half-Life 2. I played Counter-Strike Source. I remember the days of green.
that nice green. I remember
Olive
that GIF
green.
I remember that meme GIF they made of Steam, like the Steam updating logo, and someone made a GIF of it, like being all shitty and taking forever to load. Yeah, that back then. It's like you had to go on the internet to play Half-Life 2. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, people were not pleased about, wow, that's a danger search.
What are you searching for?
I was looking for the animated GIF of the Steam arm fisting.
Right. Oh, that.
Yeah, let me just say, Steam fisting GIF. brings up a whole new world that I was unaware of.
Oh no!
I'm learning shit. I'm like, huh.
Steam fisting. Do you really need an automated fisting machine? Apparently you do.
That's
Okay, whoa. First off, it astounds me that Pedro doesn't do enough fisting on a day-to-day basis that he doesn't need a machine for it. I, for one, am just fisted out. I could use a machine.
Okay, steam-powered fisting machine then.
I want coal-powered fisting machine. Maybe a nuclear-powered fisting machine.
Fusion all the way.
Listen, this isn't science fiction, Mir. I just want a nice nuclear-powered fisting machine.
Fistcast.
Why does this look like Steam?
Because this is literally Steam.
Wallpaper engine?
Yes.
What?
Yeah. It's where kids go to get
I
porn.
cast fist.
Yeah.
That's some mangled 40K artwork.
That's the primary purpose.
Okay.
Porn distribution on Steam. Outside of that. Here's the thing, though. It's a wallpaper, and it's 22 megabytes.
What's the resolution on it?
I don't know. Anybody want to fist it? Go for it here.
Man, so I watched the second part of Masters of the Universe Revelation. I enjoyed it.
The Masters of the Universe Resolution.
Yeah, Resolution. There
Reservation.
at one point, Fistor says, "I can't wait to fist him," and I had a good laugh at that.
Well, it's nice they had a nod to the fans.
Yeah, like, okay, I was like, thank you, Kevin Smith, for putting that line in for me. I appreciate that. I'm gonna fist him real good. Like,
Also-
oh yeah,
Uploaded
you.
a GIF. I tried to, but it wasn't working for me for some reason. Yeah.
The I saw your like A/B comparison with the what's going on.
Yeah, I just saw that on YouTube. I'm like, huh.
And it's like, man, yeah, our generation has the superior version.
Yeah, I think just because they have more footage to pull from, right? Like,
Yeah. Aw, poor Steve got his booster fist yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm getting my booster next week. You know. Yeah.
Apparently, I'm not eligible for a third shot yet because I went to the NHS website. It's like you don't qualify. Okay.
Well, it's going to get very interesting in California because it's going to be rolling into where you have to have the third one or you're identified as unvaccinated.
Really?
Yes.
Man, I don't know, man. Fuck that.
Interesting.
I support it, but also fuck that.
So that's like arbitrary, like, How about 4?
You've only had 2 vaccines.
well,
Fuck
if
you.
that's
you,
here's the
Republican?
thing though. If you need the third booster for it to actually be effective, then yeah, for all intents and purposes, having 2 shots is not the same, right?
I don't know. Like, it's also
Is the third booster shot going to protect me from the Omicron variant?
well. Here's the thing. Well, then again, I mean, listen. You got things like Johnson and Johnson. You're talking about a corporation that got taken to court for giving babies cancer and lost.
The talcum powder?
Yep. Well, as it turns out, they gave all those babies cancer, so one would hope.
That was like, I was just like, damn. That's like, if you're like, where do you even go from that? Like,
How do you recover?
I mean, shit. Who makes
What another country?
who makes fentanyl?
The Sackler family, or is that someone else?
well, I mean, listen. Let's not kid ourselves. The pharmaceutical company would love a perpetual boosting system.
Yeah, they
Of
would.
course.
So they're always going to be all for that. I mean, it's like here's the thing. It's the new flu. We're not ever getting, it's not going to disappear.
No, at this point, no, it's not. Because fuckers didn't stay indoors for long enough. And quarantine, like they told us to do 2 fucking years ago, which we should have done. But we didn't, and now here we are. Like,
But I
people
need
let
my
peop-
haircut.
People let it spread. It had an opportunity to mutate, and now we're in the situation we're in.
Well,
right?
it was going to mutate anyway. I mean, that's like the whole thing. It's a fucking cold virus. So, yeah, those...
It mutates anyways.
I mean, we handled SARS like back in the late 90s, right? That was dealt with.
And MERS.
Yeah.
And bird flu. Like,
not
once the-
anywhere near as viral
And
or
the swine
contagious.
flu.
Yeah.
no, but again, here's the thing. We had a path forward to at least drastically reduce the probability of harmful mutation, and we didn't do it. That's it.
Yeah.
The UK government was one of the worst. Oh yeah, the lockdown didn't start until March 2020, when everyone else was already locked down.
Well, that's like the thing. If you want like an effective lockdown, it would be a legitimate lockdown. You stay in your fucking house, period.
Yeah, that was like that here. If you got out, you copped like $1,000 fine.
I've literally been
Australia
doing that
already-
for 2 fucking years, and I didn't get COVID.
You were
So,
going back and
like,
forth to your girlfriend's house, bro.
right, in her car. I wasn't using public transit.
Yeah, but you weren't staying in your house.
I was for half the time. I
That's not
literally would.
But you get
I
what
li-
you get what I'm saying. The second we start throwing in
But
things
he-
like, but we were in the same car and we went to the other place. But then you've got all the
but here's the thing. That is still a more reasonable precaution than other people took.
Yes, but you get what I'm saying, right? I'm not coming at you personally here.
I know, but again, like, if people are thinking along those lines and acting along those lines, then sure, it's fine. But
you're
that's not
dealing
what
with
they were doing.
people, right? Even like
Dummies.
the second you go absolute lockdown, you got to stay in your house. And you're like, but
But like,
No, we had
but
no
even then,
official
like,
thoughts about it.
absolute
You're
absolute
right.
lockdown isn't even
You're
absolute
fine.
lockdown. The policies in place were limiting exposure because people still have to fucking go buy groceries and shit,
Yeah,
right?
you need to get
People have to
shit.
work. Like if you're not if you're not a white collar worker who like works from home and can program, like you have to be somewhere.
well, like
service
even if you
industry.
were getting stuff delivered,
All
that's
the
still
senses went-
like that's what I'm
You're
saying.
still putting them
man,
at
like,
risk.
yeah.
You put them at
Yeah,
risk.
no, but
Drivers.
and that was the thing. There could have been a lot more support for people who were on the fucking front line, the delivery people, the nurses, whoever. But again, that was not provided because it was deemed not a priority for whatever fucking reason.
Too
We
expensive, probably. Thanks, Australia.
We had I was actually kept my job because of the government, because they were paying out businesses to keep their employees going, because everything was shut, nothing was allowed open, only the essentials like Audis or Woolies or something like that, just to get your groceries. Everything else was shut.
It's going to be an interesting case study in history, I think, because we
oh,
still
yeah.
get to like play out this is the first time we've ever done a mass vaccination during a pandemic.
Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting to see how that.
The great
yeah.
cock up of 2019/2020.
I look forward to, like, I always like to imagine the alien archaeologists like
Right?
trying to piece
I
together.
think the one good thing about like the movie AI, I was like, I dig that. Like, yeah, we're just like slicing through the polar shit and like pulling out the androids and like, so what were you fucks up to?
Yeah.
Don't watch.
Well,
AI,
at least
kids.
we
It's
have
not
Action
good.
Hank.
Was it the same kid as fifth?
Yes.
Sixth Sense?
Or Sixth
Haley,
Sense?
Haley Joel
Yeah.
Osment? Yeah.
Since it was the B version,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, the fifth
Atlantic
sense.
Rim.
It's
I-
just
I-
taste.
I liked him in The Boys. He was fun as like the psychic dude.
Oh, that was him.
Yeah, that was him.
Okay. When's the boys coming back? That I actually do want to watch.
Soon, I think.
This is what it says in the schedule. Soon.
Soon, TM. Yeah.
Man.
Well, like it's a spring thing, right? Like Marchish.
Could be. How many more have they released? All the Wheel of Time episodes?
No, just 5 so far.
5. How many are they going to do? 6?
Yeah, that's an excellent question, Ben. I couldn't tell you. Wheel of Time
You got like
season.
30 pages in, you get 6
one.
episodes, yes.
Eight.
8. All right. What are they doing? 3 blocks? 3 episode blocks release? Or...
No. It was just first 3 episodes, and then they're weekly ever since.
All right. I'll probably give it a watch once everything's out, so I can jump through it.
Might as well.
All I mean, I am curious to see what they've done with it, but I'm not curious enough to wait a week at a time.
I was listening to a podcast and someone who had read the books was talking about that.
Okay.
They're saying like, yeah, it's pretty different. Like it's not a straight one-to-one adaptation.
Oh no, I got that feel like the first 10 minutes that I was like, nope.
I don't know. I'm not one of these people who are like, it has to be a straight adaptation. As long as they get the gist of it, I'm fine with whatever changes they need to make for television.
too.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
But what really pissed me.
Go ahead.
I mean, and that's what really pissed me off about Foundation is they really seem to miss the point.
But Space Jesus.
It seems that like people regard like Wheel of Time higher than like Foundation, right?
Well, I think more people know what the hell a Wheel of Time is.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, because it being on that public, more available platform, unlike Apple TV, where you got to have an iDevice.
Well, yep.
Which is a dick move.
Yeah.
Thanks, Apple.
Like, it's not even available.
Well,
You don't have an
Apple,
option to, like, buy some iTV. Unless it's like, no, you're going to buy the hardware.
Well, I like too that you can't even activate that shit under Linux. You have to have a You have to have a Windows machine or a Mac in order to do that.
Right. And it wasn't until 2020 that I was able to log into my fucking iTunes account. Like, without an iDevice or a Windows device running iTunes, which apparently iTunes on Windows hasn't been updated in a decade.
Doesn't surprise me.
Right. Yeah.
It's always been shit, even when it was updated. So
Yeah. I remember opening it up yonks ago and going, what the fuck is this?
Yonks ago.
Just watching it chug on that poor little tablet and trying to enter a credit card so they could verify. It was, goddamn. So, all right, Twitch, thanks for hanging out with us. We're going to bounce out tonight, man. We did the Action Higgs, we did the shows, and a little after show. Talking about some wheels and some times.
Some timey wheels.
Time wheels.
Little Foundation.
In fonts.
And fonts.
And fonts. Yes. Mind your fonts.
Trading fonts, man. Underground font. God damn it. There's probably, there's paid fonts. Of course,
A font black market. Yeah.
Yes.
there are proprietary fonts.
I have definitely, like, during my font searches, run across, like, no, this is very nudge, nudge, wink, wink, close to this font.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, how much is that? Oh, fuck, $600?
Yeah,
Good fuck.
Straight up Times New Roman.
Go font yourself.
Owned by the New York Times. That is a proprietary font.
Fonts are expensive, yo. That's what we learned tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Bye, Twitch.
Bye.
Comic Sans.
Comic Sans stuff.